Welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. You guys seen the thumbnail. I wonder. Do you wonder? I wonder, are they brewing something up for old Deontay Wilder? It seemed like it, but I don't know. But before we get into that and other things, y'all know the drill. Let's turn to welcome back. Y'all know how I get down at the top of my hour. It's time for a water check. Even though the temperatures are cooling across the country in different spots, because it's cooler today here where I'm at. It's hot. It's always hot here. But it's still the summer. You guys got to stay hydrated. Now I'm up to my usual 10 bottles of water. I don't know why that's the staple or the go-to, but around this time every night I would have drank 10 bottles, 8-ounce bottles of water. That's my usual. And here at Boxing Fans Talk TV, we advocate for 100 ounces of water. We know the formula is half your body weight in ounces of water per day. I also say an average adult can drink a gallon of water. It doesn't matter your size. I would even go so far as the average 16-year-old. Doesn't matter your size. You can weigh under 120. You still can drink a gallon of water. But you also have to be careful when drinking water, because there is a such thing as ODing on water. I know it sounds crazy, but you could do that. But you got to stay hydrated. A lot of issues medically happens to people because of lack of hydration. You can kill yourself being dehydrated. I mean, people can die from that. If you don't die, you can damage certain parts of your body from consistently or chronically being dehydrated. So we don't ever want to play with that. That's an easy fix, right? So if you're not a big water drinker, then work your way up to being a water drinker. But 2 times a day out of none should you drink water. Like, you should always drink water, but 2 times a day you must. And that's first thing in the morning before them toes hit the ground. When you wake up, before you do your morning routine, your hygiene routine, and you're getting all glammed up, before you get into any of that, even before you brush your teeth, go ahead and drink 8 ounces of water. Have it sitting on the nightstand waiting for you when you get up. I always advocate people. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with getting a little teeny refrigerator put in your bedroom. It's not gonna break your electric bill. Whether you live in a house or an apartment, I would say get one. Cause I like my water cold. But it'll keep me from going downstairs, getting in that kitchen. Cause once I do that, once I step into the kitchen, it is always possible for me to look around and say, ah, shit, let me whip up something. Cause I can cook. I can cook. Let me whip up something right quick. I don't go through them changes because at night I don't venture downstairs. It's almost like playing mind tricks on you. But either way, drink your water. If you look at your body as an engine and the water is the lube, a lot of moving parts when you get up first thing in the morning. It'll help move things along, meaning, when you go to use the bathroom and stuff, drink you some water. Start your day off with water. And at night, before you lay down for your final night's rest for the night, you need to drink some water. It's a lot of reads going on. You got revamping, recharging, rebooting. All these things are important. You're making new sales. It's just a lot going on at night in your sleep. And the average person burns between 900 to 1,000 calories. And even the American Heart Association agrees that you should drink water before you go to sleep. It's good for your heart. So, that's another reason to chug a lug some water down. And then like I said, if those are two times you must do it if you're not a big water drinker. And then play mind tricks on your mind, like, you know what? I'm not gonna deny myself these sodas. I'm gonna buy my cases of sodas, beer or whatever it is that you drink or whatever that you like. I'm not gonna deny myself. But I tell you what I do. I'll do it in order. My motto is work first, play second. So I'm gonna drink all the water I'm supposed to. And then after that, after I'm finished, I'm gonna go ahead on and drink my sodas. I'm gonna do my hottie toddy. You know, I'm gonna drink my coffee. I'm gonna drink whatever. But you're gonna find that you're not gonna want to. Or you're gonna take a sip and you're gonna be bored. So you gotta play mind tricks sometimes even on yourself. Brand new Salters is in the building. What's Papa King says, salute my beautiful queen. What up though? Nothing much, that's on the water tip. But y'all know at the top of my hour, that's what I be doing. I'm on that water tip. Let me get to some little housekeeping. Please, 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 in my most humbling voice ever, hit the like and share and subscribe button. If you've already subscribed, you ain't got to subscribe no more. You locked in. You already locked in, but do hit that like and share button. Basically, lean on my leasy when you step into my easy. Basically, what I'm saying is hit the like button when you step into my square circle. I come on every day, Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know sometimes you'll see the thumbnail say something different. I don't know why it does that. But Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My email is boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. If you're ever interested in my program, Finding the Health, and you hit me up. If you even just got questions, hit me up. I get back to a lot of you guys. Some of this stuff is interesting. One day they asked me, she asked me about some books or something, and if you were listening, shout out to you. She said, I was listening to you, and you told me where I could go to publish my books and all that. And I was like, wow, did I say that? I didn't even know I talked about it, but okay. Glad I could help, ma'am, and everything. So do send me emails, you guys, and I do check them. Not every day, but I do check as often as I can, and I do respond. For those of you who are on my program, hey, like I always tell y'all are welcome to come in and give your testimony. Y'all are so welcome to come in and do that. But now that we got all the housekeeping and everything out the way, let me get into my thumbnail. Now, it's hard to talk about Wilder because it's Wilder country over here. But a lot of people probably be like, whatever, he's not a factor. But I think he is a factor. I actually think that they're brewing something, trying to make him a factor. They are checking the temperature of the world. How sometimes you just talk about certain things just so you can see the court of public opinion, how it's going to roll. Okay. The court of public opinion already have issues with people like Tyson Fury. It ain't just black people, it's a lot of people. I don't think the sanctioning bodies really favor him, but he was the man that could get that job done. So, he letting shit go to his head. He doesn't bend. He hates authority. Even when they try to give everybody a reprieve and say, hey, you might want to disassociate with certain folks, he doubles down. He's just a crazy character. Great News said, and to answer your question, yes, there is something brewing with the bronze bomber. Yep, it is. It sure is. And I see it. And I speak on it because I'm going to be like, you know what? When the shit hit the fan, I'm like, yeah. Now, I be changing my mind here and there because in the beginning of the year, when they made Deontay #1 in the WBC, I was like, hold up. I was one of the first people to say, hold up, hold tight, hold tight. I feel like he won the first and third fight, but that's not how they record it. That's not how history is going to remember it. They have him down as a loss. So how did he lose 2 fights back to back from the same guy and then get ranked #1 in the WBC? What the hell is going on right now? And I just felt like the WBC, I got, sometimes you get in your feelings a little. I ain't saying overly, but like, I was like, fuck the WBC. Fuck them. They using you. They ain't do right by you and shit. And then they just want you around to make money. But you always got to be the loser to them. You just are not turning back. That's how I felt. I ain't going to even lie. And y'all heard me say stuff like, won't you go fight somebody else to get in another sanctioning body's line? Fuck the WBC. They don't never keep their word except when they talking to your ass or any other black fighters. That's just how I saw it. I don't like Mauricio Suleiman because he's unfair and he's a liar. Okay. Then after a while, I was like, well, let me make my peace with it because Deontay he is his own man. He makes great decisions. So let me just have faith. If the king wanted to say he want to do this, do that, I can't do nothing but just support him. So I got on that tip, right? Then, all along you're hearing about Tyson saying he want to retire. He didn't really want to fight Dillian White. He didn't really want to have to fight him. But he very strategic. I give him that. The motherfucker is strategic. Because one thing you cannot say to him, none for the rest of this year, maybe even next year. You cannot press him for a mandatory. You really can't. He's already done a mandatory. He's good for a while. You cannot even press him at all. Now I don't know how that works and what's the time limit because it always seems like it's different from person to person. But I know he did that on purpose. Now, then you hear Mauricio saying mid-May, hey, we're gonna unass that belt off you. We're gonna give you another belt. Now I've been talking about this in the last couple of days, but it's always a reason why I bring this subject up. It might be something new, just a little trinket or something. So Mauricio had plans of taking the belt, giving him another type of belt, and he to me they didn't follow through. What made them not follow through? Then it's quiet on the set. It'd be quiet for a minute. Then all of a sudden, they'll make a declaration again. Hey, come to 26, you got to tell us in writing. You know how he moved the goalposts on that? You, the sanctioning bodies, all the promoters, the managers, y'all got to September 1st to run me 500 millions for this fight with Usyk. So I do believe September 1st comes after August 26th. So what do you do? If the WBC keep their end of the bargain, keep to what they said, he don't have a belt as of August 27th. He will be stripped if they keep their end. So then why would Usyk want you? You ain't got no belt. But what's brewing? What is brewing here? Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz, the winner of that and the winner of Deontay and Hellenius is going to fight for that WBC belt. More than likely. Maybe one of the, because they both are fighting. Their fights are considered eliminators. Both of them. We talking about one division, and we talking about one sanctioning body who got two bouts that are eliminating bouts. Isn't that a little bit overkill? So that's how I'm looking at it. Wilder versus Hellenius is considered an eliminator. So is Ruiz versus Ortiz in one division under the same sanctioning body. Eliminators. Fury got the belt. He has made a demand by September 1st. I'm just stating the facts. Have my 500 million and let's negotiate this fight with Usyk or else. Mauricio Suleiman basically made his demand. Say, hey, have it in writing that you either retired or you still active. Let us know by Friday, August 26th. And they said in writing. But you know it's not going to be in writing. Because people are already starting to make excuses. Reporters and people who write articles saying, well, basically, well, we know he's still active because he made his demands by September 1st. That's not what Mauricio and them said before he ever made that demand. They said, have it in writing. Because what you can't do is keep saying, I'm retired. No, I'm not retired. No, I'm retired. No, I'm not retired. You're holding up progress. But like I said, that's tomorrow, y'all. And by the time I come on tomorrow night, I'm going to tell y'all what happened or didn't happen. Are they meaning by 11:59 midnight? Like, he got to have it turned in to Mauricio by that time? Or are they saying close of business? Like, I don't know what's close of business, 5 o'clock. All I know is it's supposed to be in writing that he is either retired or not. And you best believe all day tomorrow, that's what I'm caring about. That's what I'm looking for. Because we're going to see how they cake for this dude. How they let this dude write his own rules, but you don't do it for nobody else. And that's a problem. That's a problem when you have a sporting entity that's not uniform. That is a problem. I don't have to guess what the rules are and how things gonna play out and who gonna be the wild card, and I don't even understand half that shit in football. You don't have to guess. You can live in Washington State and somebody else could be over here in Georgia. Y'all gonna come up to the same conclusion. Y'all don't have to guess. You can be in Maine and you can be down in San Diego. Y'all gonna come up with the same conclusion. You don't have to guess. Basketball, you already know who made it to the playoffs, how many games they can play. You don't have to guess. Hockey, the same way. You don't have to guess. Every other sport, you don't have to guess, except boxing. And it shouldn't be that way. Especially if you're sanctioned about it. If you make a declaration and you put it out there for the fans to see, or you put it out there in the media, you should stick by your declaration. Because you make people ask the question, why? And see, once people start asking that question, why, we're going to start looking for the obvious reasons, especially the country we live in. I'm going to be like, why y'all let him get away with this? You don't let nobody else get away. Why would he garner any kind of empathy or sympathy to let him get away with it? You don't have that for others. Why him? Inquiring minds would love to know. They say, now this is a rumor, they say that Usyk and Fury are in discussion or negotiations right now. That's what they say. And that's pretty fast, considering he's already given an ultimatum. $500 million or nothing. Fury already put that out. And I want y'all to notice how they don't shut that down. No talks. When I keep saying, can you believe it? This dude said 500 million or nothing. And it was, that's just Tyson Fury. He just talking. You know how he say stuff. You can't take his stuff seriously. That's what they say, right? He not playing. I think he said this shit before summer even started. He's not playing. The motherfucker actually said Mayweather got 400 million for Pacquiao. He want 5. Where are the business people at? Can you imagine Earl Spence saying some shit like that, or Terrence Crawford? I would go so far as to say any black fighter saying some shit like that. If somebody want to say Latino fighters saying some shit like that, they can say that. Or other white guys, what is it about Tyson Fury that y'all can't put the hammer down on him? He like the Trump of boxing. PGH Big Dog is in the building. Salute Queen T. Salute to you too, King. They don't shut him down. Anybody else, they would be like, you crazy. I mean, think about that Tim Smith interview the guy from PBC did when he was talking about Bud. Are we talking about 4 million right there? 5 million. I don't want to insult the guy. You know, we just can't do it. Can't afford it. Think about when Bob said Bud made him lose money. And look how much he was paying Bud. Bob was paying Bud more upfront than other fighters, any other welterweight was getting. But what did Bob say? Oh, made me lose money. Not that I care that he said that bullshit. He was being petty. I know where it came from. He was being petty. But besides that, some people take that shit and act like it was gospel. But Tyson Fury didn't lose you no money, Bob. How can Tyson Fury compare himself to Mayweather and then turn around and say he want more than what Mayweather had got? But here's some fun facts, Tyson Fury. Mayweather brought $1 billion to Vegas all the time. In the latter part of his career, Vegas made $1 billion. Had nothing to do with the fight. $1 billion. That's how many people converged on Vegas whenever Floyd fought. That was always a come up for Vegas. Sometimes there's cities in America that can have one event that brings so much money for the year for that city that they could ill afford to lose that event. And Mayweather fighting twice a year in Vegas, guaranteeing billions of dollars. Martin King Boxing is in the building. What's Papa King? He said, listening. I feel you. So Tyson Fury compares himself to Mayweather. Mayweather got 4 with the Pacquiao. I won 5. Motherfucker, you ain't even making the money that Pacquiao was making. You're not putting asses in the seat like him. So where's the businessman? Oh, T, it's just business. This is prime example when I say they do what the fuck they want to do. Because Tyson Fury has not made nobody billions of dollars. His name don't garnish that. When he have a dance partner worth dancing with, then he makes money. All we gotta do is look at his last fight. Dillian White, they didn't make that much. A lot of people passed. I didn't even see the fucking fight. And I'm okay. I don't feel like I missed nothing. I ain't the only one out here to feel that way. But a casual, even a casual, wouldn't feel that way about Floyd. They'd be like, I gotta see this fight. He doesn't generate $1 billion. He doesn't even generate half a $500 million to even ask for 500 million. But he ain't budging. He not playing. And then they put out today, I don't know how true it is, that Usyk and them are in negotiations. So it sounds like they doing what he want to do. But it's about business, right? It's about business, right? They don't just throw millions away. But this is the biggest throwaway I've ever seen. Taya's in the building. What's Papa King? He said Mayweather is the biggest boxing draw of all time. The numbers back it up. Exactly. Plus, May wasn't guaranteed 400 million. That too. Mayweather was breaking records and doing 1 million pay-per-view easy. Try 4.6 was his highest. Modern King Boxing said, you know what does make money at Boxing Fan Talk TV, Wilder versus AJ. If they take it over to what you call him? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel just yet about him fighting AJ. AJ ain't got no belts. So I don't know. You know, Wilder, I don't know if he's at the tail end of his career. I know he wants to be undisputed. So he walk up out of there. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just sitting on that for a minute and letting it marinate. Tay said, maybe not Ali, because I'm a youngin', but based off of pay-per-view, he's the biggest. Drop the link. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in a second. No one has come close to 4.6 billion. Try to get out of y'all chat. That will never be broken. Hold on. I want to make sure. And the live gate was massive. Yep. And broke records. Yep. But I'm just saying, look at the tomfoolery. He in negotiation. He ain't gonna send nothing in writing because I told you, Tyson Fury has a problem with authority. They ain't talked about no piracy. They ain't talked about we can't afford you. They ain't say, no, you don't. You're not a draw. You don't draw that kind of crowds. You got Bob Arum. That's what Tyson fight under. That and Frank Warren. We're quick to tell somebody when they losing money for you, right? Bob Arum ain't shutting down that 500 million. He ain't, not that I saw. If Terrence would have asked for that, they'd have laughed. They'd have fell out their chair laughing. Like, this nigga actually got a nerve to ask for 500. This nigga can't even ask for 10 million. Tyson Fury is not a draw. He doesn't bring in the numbers. He doesn't make Vegas billions of dollars or millions of dollars when he fight. He's a regular Joe Blow. But he's standing 10 toes down asking for that 500 million. I guess some folks can do it. Some people can do that type shit. Look at George Cambosos. So we're gonna say the government gonna pay him this other 10 million as well. The government of Australia already see that they lost money. I don't know. Some people can just stand 10 toes down and get away with shit like that. Don't tell me that they throw away millions. I've waited and waited. I ain't seen nobody come out and prove that the Australian government gave that 10 million. So the Australian government in the boxing game now. They have a parliament. Even though the parliament is not a bicameral system like us, it's close enough. Based on capitalism and stuff. They have a parliament. And so we supposed to believe that they came up with 10 million for George, but nothing for Devin. Because Bob paid Devin. You know what I'm saying? What's popping? What you got on it?
Oh, I can't call it queen. I'm just me. I'm just me every day.
Was you hearing what I was talking about? Oh man, you froze. Oh, there you go. Did you hear what I was cooking on? Not sure what's going on. Tay, what's up? What you got on it?
What's good?
Up.
But is he out with this man? Whatever he's doing. Is he going, Miss T? Is he talking or something? Is the guy right here?
I don't know. We can't hear you, Ronald. If he come back, we'll yield the floor to him. But what you
Okay.
got
Yeah, I'm
on?
here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you
Yeah, I'm
got
here.
okay, you got it, Ronald. All right, what you
Yes,
got
yes.
on it?
I'm stable now. I'm in one spot, and well, I heard some of the conversation you was having. But my whole big thing right now is I was trolling your boy Deontay Wilder today. I just trolled him like a bunch because I was listening to him over like the last, I'd say 4 days. I was seeing like what he was tweeting. My thing is this: Boxing Fans Talk TV. If
Mhm.
you're gonna talk about like if you're gonna jump in Mike Coppich's Twitter section, like, and you're gonna come back, like, why are you caring about what's going on over there if you're not fighting those people?
What you mean? I'm kind of confused.
Wilder should be thinking about fighting Anthony Joshua right now.
What do you
After he
mean?
fight after he fight Helenius. He should be thinking about that being the next fight.
Why?
Wait. I'm so confused. What are you talking? I mean,
Hold
Because
on,
why?
Tay. Hold on, Tay. He got the
Yeah,
flow.
you good.
He
because
got the flow.
a lot of people made a lot of money off of Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. A lot of YouTube channels made a lot of money off of it, talking about they want them to fight. But now I hear these bitch ass niggas talking about Anthony Joshua is not shit. The motherfucker just went the distance with the best pound for pound boxer in the game, and he stood his ground. Wilder should still want to fight that person.
But why? What does he get out of it?
It's
It's called relevance. It's called relevance. It's called resume. It's called world rankings. It's called like him actually being a real boxer instead of a one hit wonder. To me,
But
Wilder ain't shit to me.
Can I
but
ask him a question,
hold
Miss
on, hold
T?
on.
I want to
Tay,
ask him a
Tay, Tay,
question.
Tay. Let him.
Okay.
We're gonna give everybody their time on the floor.
I thought he was
Um.
done.
So hold
I
on.
rather I,
Tay said,
I rather I
"Let me
rather
get
see
these
Wilder.
cats right quick, Ronald. Australia ain't got nothing to entertain people." Mr. Golden, welcome to the building, King. He said, "Hello, my beautiful queen," and He said, Ray New, what's up, fam? I just always want to recognize everybody. Model King salute. Okay, go ahead, Ronald. You saying last time I heard you was saying you said Wilder ain't shit. So something like that. Well, am I wrong?
He ain't shit. Like it's like this whole loyalty to one network that's bothering me. Like I heard Black Fight Fan and them talking like yesterday, talking about um Devin Haney don't need to fight Lomachenko. I admit Lomachenko fucked Devin Haney over, but that doesn't mean that like Devin Haney gets to like act like he don't give a fuck about making sure that everybody know he's solidified by whooping Lomachenko's ass.
I
These
agree with
niggas
you.
need to get out their feelings, yo. They need to get out their feelings and just do the shit. Fuck all that like I wanna like eye for an eye, I wanna treat him like he treated me. Be a fucking an elite boxer. Have charisma. Stand on your fucking square. Say, look, I'm the man. I'm gonna fight you. I got ESPN just for that fact that Devin Haney whooped and Bosos. Like, so don't backtrack now. Like just because LDBC tell you something. The world of boxing is way bigger than just one nigga telling you something.
That's
If you
cool.
want glory, you want respect, you gonna live up to that respect.
I get it, but I'm still
A lot of
quivering.
people,
I'm still
boxing fans
quivering
talk
with
to you.
you
I'm
saying,
eating off of that.
huh?
You're not eating because of that. You're not eating because of that narrative.
Hmm?
You're not eating because of that narrative. Stop
No,
letting these
no. I
people.
mean, I remember the time when Wilder was trying to fight AJ. They didn't want it, so now AJ ain't got no belts. Why should Wilder want that? I
But
mean,
why
one
would
day it'll
Wilder
come, but I don't
tweet?
think Wilder
Why would
should
Wilder come out
press
with a
for it.
tweet saying that they offer them a deal? AJ and that whole promotion company, they advance their fights just like Canelo advanced their fights because they're the A side. So why wouldn't Wilder want some of that smoke if he claimed he the best? Usyk got it. He didn't have to talk about it. He only speak
He don't
English
got
and he
no
got
belt. Listen. He
Can I?
didn't. Hold on, Tay. I'm gonna turn it over to you. Everybody gonna get a chance to speak uninterrupted. I'm the host, so I'm kind of asking the question. But Ronald, AJ and Wilder couldn't get it on for all these bullshit reasons when they both had belts. Now the AJ has lost. Now it's emergency on
they
Wilder's
signed
part.
contract for the fight though.
Like,
If they send in contracts before fights, why is that a problem if it's a gentleman's sport with two gentlemen fight? I'm not looking at this as like no diva shit. I look at boxing as an aggressive integrity sport. AJ want to fight. Evidently, if he's sending contracts and they talking about like and Wilder them talking about it was only because AJ about to lose. What the fuck that got to do with anything? We want to see it as fans. That's how Wilder gains respect from people in America. Because I don't think he got no respect personally. Only people he got respect from is like those little small alphabet channels. He don't get no respect from all of the boxing fans in America talking crazy like that. Like it don't mean anything because AJ lost. Did he get knocked out like Wilder did? No, he went to a distance with a superior boxer. Let's keep it a buck. If Wilder knocked him out, then
okay.
guess what? Wilder claimed the
Hold on, tear
over
your
the bag.
nose off in the back, Mr. Golden.
No,
So
I was
hold on.
open my door. I got to my lady. No, somebody knocking on my door, Lady T.
Okay. So
Other than that, he
Tay,
fell away.
I'm, I gotta give everybody the opportunity to speak their piece, and then we'll open it up, and we can all talk together. Tay, what you got on it?
I got a lot on it. It may take me a little while.
Speak up, dude.
So it may take me a little while. So I think your first point was
If we gotta struggle
Wilder.
to hear you, it's gonna be difficult.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Speak loud.
Hello.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I mean, we hear you, but it's low.
Miss
Am I
T,
the only
can I
one that
switch
think it's low?
devices? Can I switch devices, Miss T?
Can you do what?
Switch devices. I'm gonna
Yeah,
switch over.
Yeah.
yeah.
Switch devices. I'm gonna go
Step out
ahead.
and come back in, T.
Yeah, go out there and come back in. Then I'll let you back in. But Golden, go ahead and speak your piece.
Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey, what's up?
First of all, what contract have Anthony Johnson and Wilder? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Ed Hay came out with the bullshit. Well, Anthony Johnson don't want to fight and talk about to make the fight between Wilder and Joshua. But to my understanding, never was a contract sent out. This is a whole lot of narrative bullshit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anthony Joshua and Wilder will be a good matchup right now, but with or without a belt. But that's a fight that should have been made a long time ago. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And right now, we don't know if Wilder mentally prepared, or we don't know if Joshua mentally prepared after the shit happened to him. You know, everybody jump on and about this and about that there. Come on, man, be for real. You got to give Wilder his respect. A lot of people didn't want to fight this man here. When Wilder had the belt, he would knock a nigga's ass out. All them other boys that had their belt, they ran across that pond. Now, one of them step up and try to unify with Wilder. Anthony Joshua was Wilder mandatory. What the fuck he did? He hauled ass. Nobody talk about shit. He talk about that. He hauled ass. Al Heyman sold that motherfucker belt that Charles Martin had to Anthony Joshua. Okay, let's keep it a buck. You know, because all bullshit aside, they could have made Charles Martin was with the PBC. They could have made a unification bout between him and Wilder. What the fuck they did? They sold out. Okay, let's keep it a buck. When Joseph Parker had that fucking belt, he didn't want to fight Wilder. He could have fought Wilder and unified. He hauled ass went over there for Anthony Joshua. So who else the man supposed to fight but the motherfucker they put in front of him? You're knocking niggas ass out. That's what fear. That'll put fear in everybody's fucking heart about that man. Wilder have skills, but he got that would piss me off about him. He got skills, he can box, but he got happy at knocking niggas ass out, and he didn't want to train properly. You feel me? And I tell everybody, yeah, I'm a Wilder fan. I'm a big supporter of him, but at the end of the day, he should have been his own man and accept that fight when they offered him that money from the beginning. Don't worry about what the next man motherfucker making. You feel me? See, it's a lot of back and forth going on between him and Joshua about the fight being made, who's doing this and who's doing that.
Tay, you dropped off. Come on back, bro. He was gonna get to you.
You know, I mean, that's just it. You know, LDBC, yeah, they had a lot input on that shit, but he should have, first of all, he should have man up, hey, man, I'm gonna make my own decision.
Yeah, well, Maceo, what do you think? Like to me, I feel like a fuck up on your part doesn't generate an emergency on mine. You know, I live by that credo too, and this is how I see it. Had AJ won those belts back, Sharp, what's his name wouldn't have been on his horizon. Wilder would not have been on the horizon.
Hell no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. You feel what I'm saying?
Thinking about him.
Then whatever. I agree with you 100%, Mr. T. If AJ would have been Uska, Fury would have been jumping in the ring to fight this motherfucker. They weren't even talking about Wilder. Okay? They wouldn't even acknowledge his brother.
Yeah, they just wasn't. So I'm gonna open the panel up. Tay, if you want to come back in, you can yield the floor to you. I mean, Tay probably was like, "Man, y'all taking too long." I'm gonna open the floor
and
up.
Also, my man brought up something about Devin Haney and Lomachenko. You know, my man brought up something about Devin Haney and Lomachenko.
You gotta turn me off from the back.
So somebody acting up. Somebody acting up. And my thing is about that fight there. Excuse my language, lady to you. Fuck Lomachenko.
Facts.
Fuck Lomachenko because of the simple fact. Bob Aaron didn't want to give Devin Haney that fight when Lomachenko had the fucking belts.
Right.
It's not no tit for tat.
Yeah, that's
not no tit for tat. Let's keep it real. Now all of a sudden, because Devin, when he did something that Lomachenko didn't do, he became undisputed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now it's all about Lomachenko getting his shot at the fuck that motherfucker.
A fuck up on y'all part doesn't generate an emergency on the old boy's part. You know what I'm saying? Like, put yourself in Devin's shoes or Wilder's shoes. You guys fucked up because you didn't want it. When I was trying my best to get it, it was no. And now that you done lost everything, or you know, you're on the downside of things, now it's like number one with a bullet. Come on, bro.
And see, lady T, that's the same thing with Spence and Keith Thurman. When Thurman had the belt, Spence chasing his ass, Thurman ain't want to fight that motherfucker 9. Thurman, to me, Thurman don't have no belt. Now he trying to stand in the way between Crawford and goddamn Spence. Fuck the bullshit, dog. Let's keep it buck, man.
He talking. I don't think he got that kind of power. He just talking, but he keeping his name relevant.
But yeah, keep it name relevant. But see, at the end of the day, Al Haymon backing this motherfucker. Al Haymon want to push that fight. He want to push it because he old Keith.
Oh yeah, we probably do. But Mr. Maceo, let some others get in here.
All right.
Steven Houston, what you got on it? And extra O after you. Champ, I'm gonna call extra O. Champ.
Hold
That's
on.
my boy, O. What's up, O?
Hey, what's up, big bro? Salute, Queen.
What's up, baby?
What's up, big
Steven
bro?
Houston, what you got on it, player? Oh shit, he dropped. Where you at?
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
Jay.
So what I was saying, okay, so I gotta First, I'm gonna get to the Deontay Wilder situation. What does he mean about fighting AJ? If he's calling out Usyk who beat AJ, isn't that like more respectable? You know what I'm saying? He got a belt. You know what I'm saying? He just beat the guy who you've been trying to fight for years. So how is that like a bad thing about you calling out AJ? Usyk. Of course, I still want to see him fight AJ. I think it's still a good popular fight I want to see. But yeah, I don't really understand about him. You know, I don't really understand that point. You know, if he's trying to fight Usyk, like he said, he wants undisputed, wants to fight Usyk, then I don't see anything wrong with him calling out Usyk.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with none
I think
of the
that's better
fighters
than calling out AJ. You just lost. You know what I'm saying? And you lost to a fucking cruiserweight. Like, let's not forget. He was getting fucked up by Derek Chisora and AJ. This, oh my god, he's just so amazing. Lost to that nigga and was about to get fucking stopped. So like, come on, bro. He pound for pound the most skilled fighter in the world. No, he's fucking not. I don't think this nigga's name is Terrence Crawford. I don't think. Maybe in a different language, Usyk is pronounced Terrence Bud Crawford, but as of in America, that shit ain't the same thing. And also on the Lomachenko shit, I do see your point. I still want Devin to fight Lomachenko. But like, let's not forget, Devin tried to contact this nigga in the past as well about fighting Lomachenko. And Lomachenko made that nigga run around circles talking about, oh, I don't make fights. Go talk to my promoter. Then Bill Haney talks to the promoter. And then they're like, oh no, we don't want that fight. Unless the fighter says we want that fight. We don't want that fight. And then they go back to Lomachenko again. Hey, I don't handle that stuff. It's my promoter who does that. So fuck Lomachenko. I can't stand that motherfucker. He's the reason why you're like right now. While Cam Bozo had the fucking belts in the first reason. Why Devin had that whole franchise shit because of Lomachenko's bitch ass. So like, I still want him to fight Devin Haney, of course. I still think that's a great fight. I think Devin Haney needs that for his. I want him to have that for his legacy, to say that he beat a pound for pound fighter at 23 years old, and he's the undisputed world, and he's the undisputed lightweight champion. I still want him to do that. But like, let's not forget, bro. Devin Haney is struggling to make this weight. Like Lomachenko, if he was really about that shit, he could have fought that nigga a long time ago. So I hope Devin Haney fights him, but I understand if he doesn't. Lomachenko didn't give him that shot, and plus he's already struggling to make 135. I mean, you saw the interview. He was like, my body and stuff like that. I'll see what my dad says. Basically, he can no longer make weight. And I mean, we've all known
he chunks up pretty quick. He chunks up pretty quick. Devin Haney does. He can get chunky real quick. Like quick. A couple of weeks ago, he was a little chunky. Like maybe a month ago, he was a little chunky.
Yeah, I know. But, he's too big for 135. I mean, it's obvious he's too big for 135. It's not like
he going up, Tank. I'm gonna tell you, he gonna move up.
Yeah.
He coming.
That's why he said he wanted to have the fight in October, because he already knew he was probably having issues making weight. And Lomachenko, being the number one mandatory, could have done that. You know what I'm saying? The whatever he is, WBO.
Yeah, Ronald dropped out, man. Come on back. Hey, we'll tell you. Hold on. Let me take it over to the champ. I saw him in action. The champ, the WBC, IBF, WBA.
What's up, man? T? What's up, Queen T?
Oh, what's up? I see you in action.
Hey,
young in the thrash. You know what's crazy? I don't even
what's up,
know
man?
about basketball, but I was trying to keep up with both of y'all. Y'all
For real.
both were detailed and all that, but I think you had them. And I don't even know about basketball. But go ahead and tell the world about your victory over Young Africa. If you
Hey,
want to.
hey, Minty, I'm out here on the road. I'm on my way home, so I might be breaking up a little bit. So I don't know how much I just I wanted to sit in and hear y'all and stuff like that. I ain't been on the panel in a couple of days because I've been tired of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, me and Young Africa was there, going back and forth. That's a young bull, man. You know what? He hold his own. He a
Yeah.
young
I
bull.
like Young African too. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah, that's my boy, man. That's my little bro. That's my little bro, Mitty. He hold his own and stuff like that. But I had to give it to him, Mitty. I had to go
You
on and
had to
give it
give
to
him
him
that
raw.
spanking. You had to give him the
I
spanking,
had to spank his ass, Mitty. You know what I'm saying? I had to show him what us us old schoolers know. You
Oh,
know what I'm
heads
saying?
got
Teach.
Nah, keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Tell them who you are. What you are.
What's that, bro?
What you are.
What, oh, Bud Buddy. Hey, Mitty, Bud Buddy too though.
I know
Mitty,
you.
yeah, Mitty, Bud Buddy.
I'll be asking Quentin to put me on the list. He be
Oh,
like,
you didn't on the list, G? But you didn't put you on the list. I think Big Fish put you on the list.
he did?
Yeah,
He
he put you on
did?
list. You on Big Fish list.
You're
Oh,
a Big Fish
wow.
buddy list.
What number am I?
I
I
think you
think
put
you
number
like
eight,
number
eight,
eight.
All I
number
gotta
8
say,
or
y'all better
9.
Hey, you
BBC for
higher than me, Mitty.
Oh, shit.
I'm number 10.
Eddie
Oh,
Hearn
look.
run. Eddie Hearn
Look.
run all.
What's up, Ronald?
Eddie Hearn run all that shit. I wish everybody get off these PBC balls.
Yeah.
Everybody need to merge fights, bro. It's about merging fights. Wilder's gonna run that same game he ran on y'all 4 years ago about like how nobody want to fight him. If they offering him a bag, Golden, I heard what you said, bro. Trust me, Eddie Hearn talk. He gonna send you some goddamn contract, and you gonna come over there and you gonna bow down.
Man,
Well,
it's inheritance. Listen,
hold tight
every
now.
time,
Y'all
listen,
get
every
into it.
time
At the Golden
either
State.
Wilder got to fight or AJ fight, Eddie Hearn come up with that bullshit.
Eddie Hearn,
Okay?
they
But
keep running
but
He
everybody.
do that
Hold
shit. He
tight,
do that
fellas.
shit every fucking time.
Hold tight,
Every
fellas.
fucking time.
It's extra O's. Little 2 minutes. So
Oh yeah, that's I'm sorry. Go H-O.
Give
Finish
him
up.
Hey, I'm sitting here listening to y'all cook, man. Y'all cooking tonight, boy. I'm like, shit, I'm enjoying the show. I'm just driving
Hey,
home, man.
I would just say this. I'm gonna say this. Tay, you might step in something because Tay didn't put in the chat. Like I'm gonna read it, Tay. He said LeBron is the GOAT.
Oh
LeBron, goddamn
shit.
goat.
Man, I'm
LeBron,
tired.
take a
I'm so
little young
tired
ass
of
to
these
be.
LeBron.
I
I'm so
would
tired of these
have
LeBron
rushed him down.
sexuals. I call them LeBron sexuals. I'm tired of these LeBron
LeBron
sexuals.
Calling him the
sexuals.
Jordanite.
yeah, that's almost saying
Yeah,
like
man.
Deontay Wilder the goat. He ain't the goat, nigga. Like LeBron ain't the goat, and Deontay Wilder ain't the goat. Let's keep it
I'm
real.
not even a big Deontay Wilder fan like that. Like,
Man,
I'm
listen.
just messing with you,
I'm a
Tay.
Mayweather guy. I think
They
Mayweather.
serious about that GOAT. You gotta be.
But
Hey,
listen,
hey,
I'm
I'm
not. I'm.
drained. Hey,
Look at.
Mitty. Hey, Mitty. I'm drained now. I don't have my debate about that shit. I can't. Hey, if they want to say LeBron to go, I'm drained out. I don't gave all I gave with me and Lil Afro going in it.
He left it all
I
in the
missed
ring
it.
the
I
other
wish I
day.
would have.
Yeah, Mitty. I'm
But
drained now,
listen.
Mitty.
What's
What
up?
was it?
But like I say, Mr. Ronald, they always do that shit. Eddie Hearn come out with that bullshit. That Anthony Joshua and Wilder fight could have been made years ago. Okay, let's keep it a buck.
Yeah,
Everybody high behind, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Man, all across the street shit, the dip promoter shit, man. I ain't used to do shit like this here, man.
do
If a
you
motherfucker
agree
want to
though?
fight.
So Gordon, I'm asking you a serious question. Do you
Yes, sir.
agree? Do you agree that Shelly Finkel has the right to block fights for certain boxers? Like we all love Wilder, but like if he not fighting the people that we want him to fight, you think America's on board with that shit? Like I understand
Just
like certain people are on board with that shit, but like I don't think America's on board for that, bro. They want to see him fight the best.
okay, listen. But when the best don't really want to fight you, and that's just like with Bud. Okay, let's keep it a buck. Just like with Bud. They all talk about who Bud resume at 147. But all the motherfuckers, when they had them belts, they didn't want to fuck with Bud. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to fight who they put in front of you. If you're the champion and you chasing motherfuckers, I don't give a damn who you chase. You trying to fight the best, but when the best don't want to fight you, then what can you do? You want to keep yourself active, so you got to fight who the fuck they put in front of you.
You know what? You know what I've been thinking, Golden, Mr. Golden. I've been thinking like, okay, if I say I'm not buying a Earl Spence fight anymore, that don't mean like that Earl Spence might not be gaining more fans. It just means that like I'm not on board with that because I was on board for PBC from the jump. And when they put up that fucking poster saying like these are all our best fighters and we're gonna make them pay-per-view stars, I don't see it, bro. So I'm not gonna support something that
Right, that's what I'm saying. Why should we waste our hard-earned money on bullshit we don't want to see? You feel what I'm saying? If you out there fighting some bum ass shit, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna spend my hard-earned money on that bullshit. You know, every fight PBC have, I don't give a fuck who fight. They throwing shit on pay-per-view. For what?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it.
For what?
Not better with that though. Hold on, gentlemen. Let me interrupt. We got Ray New Salters on the panel. Welcome, King. I think this is your first time getting on here. We're gonna give him his 2 minutes, and then it's over. Ray New, go
What's
ahead.
going on?
What's going on, Ray New?
Man, what's going on? Panel, what's going on? Chat, what's going on? Miss T, how y'all doing?
What's going on, bro?
You know what I'm saying? I'm at work. Look, I just snuck into the break room. How do you say?
Ray, what's going on, bro?
Fellas? How y'all doing, man? Everything good,
All right.
baby? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. AJ and Wilder fight. I don't know how lucrative that'll be, but I would watch it. I don't know about no pay-per-view, man. It don't seem like it'll be a big draw. You never know though, man, because you know the fight supposed to have been happening. You know what I'm saying? So hey, man, ain't no telling on that tip. But my dog Wilder, man, I love him to death, man. I love this man, even though he be saying some shit all out the side of his neck. We can't hold him. No, we can't hold everybody accountable for saying crazy shit. But doing crazy shit is something totally different. But Wilder, man, I pray for that dude, man, that he come back, and AJ, because the man shook. I don't know if y'all noticed that. The man had a big ass temper tantrum and melted down. I like AJ though, man. You know what I'm saying? But that was out of character. Him bullying Usyk's I don't know how true that was. He don't look like the type of motherfucker that'll do that. He couldn't even bully Usyk in the ring. So how you gonna bully some other boxers? You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, man, hey, it is what it is. I hope them fellas come back. And you already know what fight we waiting on. I don't even want to speak on that because I'll fall asleep at work. You already know. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand this boy with y'all for a minute. Mute my mic.
All right, let's open the panel, y'all. All I was saying is that AJ, I don't dislike AJ. I never thought he was an elite fighter.
Respect.
But he to me keep the same energy that you had when Wilder was trying to chase you down with those belts. Let that time pass and marinate like you was doing before. Don't be in a rush. Don't be pressed. Not that Wilder's scared of AJ, but I'm like, what beefs up the pace? Why is the pace got to get picked up when it comes to AJ and Wilder potentially fighting? Why now? That's the question I have.
I mean, I will watch the fight.
We ran the Crawford and Spence damn fighting to the ground before he even came here. That's why they're so exciting. Anything. You could throw anything up there, just like they put everything on pay-per-view. I think I seen a sparring match on pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I mean, it's ridiculous now. I mean, they want you to pay for every little thing. You know, a whole lot of fighters now, the reason people don't know about a lot of the boxers now is because they're not on regular TV like it was when we was coming up. All the great fighters that came up in our time, they fought on CBS, UFA. You feel what I'm saying? Tuesday night fight, Friday night fight, Thursday night fight. They got that exposure. Now you got everything want to be on Showtime. Everything want to be on this, want to be on that. And if people don't know who the fuck you are,
Wild World of Sports.
why
Yep. Wow.
ABC Sunday, Wild World, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier,
Muhammad
all
Ali,
the boys they follow ABC Wild World of Sports, man.
If I'm not
That's
mistaken,
how
Ahmad Rashad, I think Ahmad Rashad started doing a little bit with him when they first started fading away before he started doing the NBA. You know what I'm saying? I think
yes,
Ahmad Rashad was on Wild World of Sports.
yes.
You know what?
But see,
You know what?
like I
what?
say,
Let me say something real quick.
nowadays,
My thing is this: the UK boxers have like fundamentals. Like AJ didn't lose the other night. To me, he didn't lose because I felt like he had
No,
more fundamentals. That's why I want to see Wilder matched
hey,
up against somebody with fundamentals. See what I'm
Wait,
hey,
saying?
I'm gonna
Like,
tell you the honest to God. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth, brother. I don't think he lost either, but his will was lost. And every time he
man,
threw
that
that
man
fucking
lost.
lead right, and listen, he may have lost, but it was closer than what the fuck he was said. But the way he kept on throwing that motherfucking lead hand and
I'm gonna
leaving
keep it.
himself
I'm
open,
gonna keep
brother.
it a buck.
I'm telling
I'm gonna keep
you,
it a buck. AJ was gun shy. He was
like a
AJ
motherfucker.
2.0. He was
He
AJ
definitely was.
2.0. When AJ got the man hurt,
Hey, and the
what AJ did.
crazy part about it, he was having some success. He got his
Yeah,
now.
Oh no, he was
He didn't get his
having
ass. He didn't get his ass
pretty
whooped.
good
He didn't get
amount.
his ass whooped. He didn't get his ass whooped like he
Nope,
did the first to go around, but he got his ass whooped.
nope.
But he
Hey,
had
I'm gonna
some
tell you like
success
this.
going. He had some
Hey,
success going to the body. If he would have kept
listen,
going to the body,
AJ will beat a round and a half, and then Usyk, every time Usyk came back and noticed that shit, he put it on him, and fucking AJ
he
just
came
stood
back
there
and
and
put it
let
on
him
his
thank you.
ass. Yeah, but
every
And
see,
then
that's the thing with
time.
Mr. Gold. That what my brother Gold was talking about. He was gunshot, man.
he was
Gunshot
scared.
straight
held
up.
up.
Like,
You know what
Listen,
I'm saying? He
AJ was
didn't throw
scared
them
to get.
hands.
AJ was scared to get hit.
can I say
AJ, let
something?
me tell you something.
hey,
When AJ hurt that man, what AJ do? Want to grab that man and hug it. That's why I say he ain't got
hey,
that
Yeah,
killer
you had him
instinct.
hurt.
it was
You had him
it was
hurt.
almost
Why
like
not
it was
go
almost
for the
like
kill?
Ugas. It was almost like Ugas was spits. The motherfucker
Yeah,
had him and
yeah,
just folded like turned his
yeah,
battery off. Like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
was
Cause you had him
that?
hurt. You had him
Hey,
hurt. Why not go for the kill?
that's
he
why
didn't
people
got it.
say shit be fixed, man. That's why people always say fucking people the shit is fixed. Or a motherfucker took
Yeah,
a dive or a motherfucker, cause ain't nowhere in hell
Right,
he hit you with something to make your whole
right,
shit change. I mean, it's possible. It's very
right.
possible to make your whole equilibrium fucked up. But man, you still had gas in the tank. You still look good at points, man. You just rolled over.
and see,
Ain't
that's
got
why
a
I say I tell a lot
damn.
of people that's the difference. Niggas say what the fuck they want to say about Wilder, but when Wilder get a motherfucker hurt, he smell blood, he come to try to kill you.
AJ doesn't
Like a
have
Wilder
a
don't give a
motherfucker.
I
good
don't think
damn.
AJ doesn't have
Wilder, Wilder gonna try
Hey,
to knock your motherfucking head off.
ever since Tyson Fury beat
That's that
Wilder, everything
dog,
Wild.
man.
Listen, yeah, everything Wilder done, everybody is just out the door. Motherfucker don't even think about that shit. Like, come on, bro.
That's not that.
Wilder was a
Nah.
motherfucking
Well,
beast.
listen. Since Wilder lost to AJ, now you got motherfucker got
This
Curry.
motherfucker
I
had
mean, since
10
Wilder
title
Fury.
defenses.
Listen,
Yep, 10 motherfuckers.
Since Wilder lost to Fury, now everybody want to call Wilder out, think Wilder soft. Y'all get y'all ass up
Yeah,
there, that motherfucker nigga gonna bust y'all ass.
he
I
wasn't
don't
You know
calling
what
him
I'm
out
saying?
before. They wasn't calling him out
Sometimes,
beforehand.
sometimes, like they always say, styles make fights and shit like that. Sometimes somebody just got your number, man. But you
That's
know
just
what I'm
all it
saying?
is.
Hey,
Sometimes
that's the
somebody
truth.
just
That's in
got your
every
number. That's
sport.
all
That's
it
in
is.
every
That's the
motherfucking
truth.
sport. Somebody got your number. I don't give a damn
Hey,
what you doing.
listen, we couldn't figure
Yeah.
out him whooping your ass, and you couldn't figure out if he was cheating or not. So shit, hey,
Okay.
you got to take that as a loss. I mean, for real, we did all the detection and all the investigating we could. We did videos, he did documentaries on it. Motherfucker gave him bowl water. He had
Right.
I mean, listen, I believed it because the evidence was there. But damn, if you can't prove it and you can't whoop his ass,
Boo.
you might
Go
as
ahead on the
well
body.
go on
Yeah.
about it. Charge
But
him with
Move
I
on.
tell you what,
So
hey,
what
I
y'all
tell you what,
think about?
ain't nobody else whooped his ass.
So what y'all
exactly.
think
That's what that killer part
about
is. Go
Wilder
ahead, man.
fight being considered an eliminator, and Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz fight is considered an eliminator, both for the WBC. They
Yeah.
both are eliminators. What y'all
So,
think about that?
so what they
What's
gonna
more?
do? Whoever
So
Wilder beat my man, whoever went out in
and then
two
they gonna
fights,
fight each other?
they're gonna fight each other and go see who gonna be the mandatory.
Okay, then
So
that's
I,
he'll
cool.
fight
Fuck it.
Tyson.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see Wilder and Tyson fight no more. I don't want to see Tyson kill my boy.
I don't want to see that no more. I don't want to see that no more. No.
I don't want to see
If
Wilder.
the
It's not,
refs call the fight, it ain't gonna be no big deal.
Want to see that shit no
yeah,
more.
but Lady T,
Hey,
at the end of the day, all this shit is politician.
Just like
yeah.
I don't have to see Usyk and AJ fight no more. That's it.
But Selby, look,
Hell no.
I don't have to see them
Wilder,
fight no
he
more.
want them belts. He want them belts. But Fury, he doesn't like authority. He don't like nobody telling him what to do. So
Man,
I made my smack in the beginning.
Fury just retarded.
I said Fury, after they put a demand on him, they gave him till tomorrow, y'all, to either say he retired or not. This will be the second time that the WBC has said this.
Man, Lady
Now,
T,
So full of shit, Mid T.
And then
Lady T, they're gonna give him another extension.
Hold
They're
on,
gonna give him
one second.
another extension.
Hold on. So I feel that too, Miss Golden. Like Fury came back and made a demand of his own. September 1st, y'all better agree to come up with that 500 million. That's the only way I'm fighting. And I'll fight Usyk. But I told y'all back in the spring, he won't play about that 500.
Hell no.
So that's when I asked the question, where the piracy talks, Bob? Where the talks of how Fury loses money, Bob? Fury compared himself to Mayweather. Mayweather got 400 million for Pacquiao. Mayweather also bring $1 billion to Vegas every time he fight Tyson Fury. You don't do none of that shit.
Right.
But you gotta pay this man.
Well, see, Tyson Fury living off of the Wilder victories. That's what Tyson Fury made his money off of. It made it really his thing. It wasn't, it's not Klitschko. Yeah, he beat Klitschko. That was a bullshit ass fight, but he made his name and fame really off of Wilder. Okay, he beat Wilder. He did them 3 fights he made.
And you got to commend Wilder too, though, Big Bro, because you got to commend Wilder because he pulled Fury ass off the couch because when nobody else fight him, so he had to pull Fury ass off the couch to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody else wanted to fight him.
Right.
Can I say something?
And you talk
Nobody wanted to fight. Nobody wanted to fight Wilder.
Let's take it in there.
Think about this though, like who gives Wilder the best chance at coming back? I think it's AJ. How are you gonna be relevant if you fight the relevant competition? How, yo?
Well, Wilder would kill AJ to me.
Hey, hold on, y'all. Let's take it in. His sound is low, so
go ahead, Tay.
Hear him getting in. Go ahead, Tay.
I mean, he could still fight. Andy Ruiz is still a good opponent to get his name back in. I think
Who that making a noise in the background? Somebody making a lot of noise. Can't hear Tay.
Hello.
Go ahead, Tay. Yeah. You gotta almost yell it. Go ahead.
I'm in a dorm, so I can't yell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Tay. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, yes, he can still fight Andy Ruiz and like get his name back up. I feel like they both need a fight or two, just getting like a win under their sails to kind of like build that. Because I don't want them to both fight after getting like destroyed in a fight where you feel like you're gonna get knocked out. And shit, I was gonna say something else, but I forgot.
Tay, what school you go to?
Howard University.
Oh, okay.
Boy, look at you, boy.
Congratulations, young man. But you know what? I don't want to see a goddamn Wilder and Ortiz no motherfucking more. I don't want to see none of that shit.
Hell no, I don't want to see him and Ortiz
You know
no
what I'm
more.
saying?
He don't
I don't want
Ortiz
to see
twice. That's good enough for me.
I don't want to see Wilder. I don't want to see Wilder Fury no more. I don't want to see AJ and Usyk no goddamn more. It's time to move on, man. It's time to give us some.
See, I see him at Ruiz though. I see him at Ruiz.
Yeah, you know, but at the end of the day, man.
I feel like this: if they going for the gusto, they going for the belts. I'll see anybody. I don't give a damn. My man got to get them belts.
Yeah.
Anybody except for Fury.
You know what? I think he can beat Fury as
he can beat Fury. Well, see, when Wilder messed up. Listen,
we don't let that shit go.
Listen. When Wilder messed up at when he put on all that motherfucking weight, he didn't need to do that shit. He didn't need to buck up.
Fury got
Big
his
T,
soul.
we do not want to see that shit no more, Big T.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
I-
advocating for it to happen. But if Fury is in the fucking way, then I need Wilder to beat his ass. But I
finally
need
Man,
got
Big
my
Wilder
T.
to have a different
He's not gonna be
perspective.
able to beat
Why
I
don't
need
got
him
his ass
to.
whooped 3 times, Big
I
T?
need to have him.
He ain't got that with me 3 times. Cut that bullshit out.
Yes, he
Cut
did,
it
big
out.
bro. Come on,
No, he
you say
didn't.
you gonna keep it
No,
real.
he
You
didn't.
say you gonna keep it real. You
I'm
say you
gonna keep it real. He
You
didn't
got
get
his
his
ass
ass
whooped.
with no 3
He
times.
got whooped
He
twice.
knocked his ass out in the 12th round. That motherfucker was dead. The referee This cut bitch. out that and woke him up.
Mhm.
That
Jump off of
motherfucker got two. He got
Jump off of that
tombstones
That motherfucker woke up like that motherfucker out like Undertaker.
like an Undertaker.
nigga. Hey, let me ask you a
What's up,
question.
big bro? What's up, big
Hey,
bro?
any other referee was in that motherfucker on that fight, or Wilder laid that nigga ass out there, what would have happened?
We said that same shit with Tyson and Buster Douglas though, Mr. Gold. We said
Tyson ass was done.
But actually, I gotta jump in this one. Even Tyson Fury himself said I was unconscious. Fight
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Hey, but
The referee
did he
was
say that?
up.
But, hey, but did he say that to make himself look big? You know what I'm saying? Like
Hell nah.
I'm the only one
I
that got
don't
up
know
from
what
his
he was
punch.
standing for right then, but he said it.
At
I'm
that
I know
just
he
saying
said.
when
that point,
when
Wilder
you're
team told
unconscious,
him to take
fight
the
over.
tune up. That dude.
But
That's what he
listen,
did.
The
But believe it or
house
not,
in the building was
both of them
popping.
motherfuckers took a lot out of one another. Wilder took a lot of the
Yeah.
Fury, and
Listen,
Fury took a lot of Wilder, man.
I
Yeah,
would
they
rather for
took
him
a
to
lot
lose
out
to
of each
Tyson
other.
Fury than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I would
salute,
rather for
Kyle.
that because
Salute, Kyle.
it's inevitable. It's inevitable right there. I mean, even the fourth fight would be a draw or some shit. You know what I'm saying? They
They
would not
just
give it
need
to
a
my
ref
boy. So
that's gonna call the shit. They just
Man,
need
big
a ref that's gonna call it.
man.
Don't
hey,
be
You know
hey,
a
what?
hey,
You
what
man.
know
about
what? Man, T, I'm
hey,
tired of
what about
you and Mr. Golden, man. Just let
hey,
it go.
hey,
Just let
what
it
about
go.
Steve? Hey, what
Yeah,
about
enough is
Steve? What's
enough.
his
I don't
name?
have enough out of y'all.
Hey, what about Steve
Huh?
Willis? Ain't that his name? What's the brother name? Steve
Oh,
with the
Steve
eyes.
Willis?
Steve Willis.
Steve
What
Willis?
about Steve
Steve
Willis?
Willis.
What
Oh, yeah,
about
he
Yeah,
said Steve
Steve
Willis.
Willis will be a good ref. He'll be a good ref.
Big
Jack
T.
Reese
hey,
shocked the shit out of me
Big T.
because I've
Enough
always
is
thought
enough.
Jack Reese was a good ref until
Look,
that first
look.
fight.
hey,
Sometimes you just can't beat a motherfucker, Big T. It just is what it is. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
hey,
I don't
Bill
want to see
Swain would have
that
called that
shit
boy
though.
like it was.
Yeah,
Bill Swain was like, let's get it on.
Hey, like Miss Golden said, I don't want to see my damn boy get killed in there. Enough is enough. He don't
Hell
had
no,
enough.
I'm done.
if he'd have called the fight like it was extra, we would have 2
But
wins
the belt, why to be talking to
Wilder right now. We have
why to
2
be
wins for sure. They just
I
wanted
love
to tarnish his record. If they didn't fuck with him like that, he would have went. If he'd have won that first fight, I doubt if he'd have came back for a rematch. He'd have kept moving. He'd have passed Rocky Marciano's record and
but
Floyd.
see, but Lady T, guess what? It will never happen. He was ill advised. It would have never happened.
Yeah.
It would have never happened. The only fighter that ever came close is a heavyweight to break Rocky Marciano's record was Larry Holmes. He went 48-0. Okay. On the 49th fight, who the fuck they put in there with him? Oh, little ass Michael Springfield. He beat this motherfucker. Yeah. They gonna never let nobody break that motherfucker record. Not
But
far as
now,
heavyweight.
I'm sorry.
Not
Now
far as a
the
heavyweight.
man then broke the record, which
Who?
is Floyd.
Floyd, listen, they don't give a damn about Floyd. Floyd,
I
listen,
know,
because
that's what I'm saying.
no, the reason I say that because Floyd is not a heavyweight.
Yeah,
Okay,
the heavyweight
right now,
is the glamour division. Yeah.
just that record still stand as the best record as a heavyweight undefeated is Rocky Marciano. They're not gonna let nobody break that record. Before they do that, they will have somebody they'll throw a boomerang in that shit. They ain't give a fuck about Floyd.
Yeah, let Tyson break it.
They ain't gonna let Tyson Fury break that shit.
You think Tyson Fury's gonna fight enough times to get close?
Hell no.
Like that nigga
Tyson
don't want
Fury
to.
can't wait to
Hell
get to
no.
that.
Tyson Fury,
Can't wait to get to that
listen, Tyson Fury got some mental health issues with goddamn self. This motherfucker here is crazy. Tyson don't know if he coming and going. And 1 minute he already, next minute he talking some bullshit. Now, I'm not gonna take nothing away from. I don't want to take nothing from him. The man's a hell of a fighter. He got skills and shit. You feel what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day, the motherfucker crazy, man.
He's an unscrupulous person. Hold on, y'all. I
Right.
got a couple of other news. I want to get y'all opinion on this.
Go
So
ahead.
I'm gonna give y'all the update on George Foreman, Big George, and his allegations of sexual abuse. They still ongoing. George claims they are trying to extort him for millions. The women sticking to their stories that this happened 50 years ago, approximately. So what do y'all think? 50 years is like, I mean,
Lady
y'all
T,
honest. You ain't heard my feelings. You ain't
Lady
heard
T,
what's up.
I'm gonna put it as that. I hope a lot of people don't think I'm being funny
You
or
haven't
whatever.
hurt my feelings, be honest.
You said I'm not trying to be disrespectful to no woman or nothing. I don't believe in that shit. But at the end of the day, if something happened 50 motherfucking years ago, it's dead.
A lot of people feel that way. I
But
mean,
why in the fuck you want to wait till 50 years later? Actually, there's no really. You don't have no merit because the statute of limitation is don't wore out on that shit. You don't have no ground to stand on. Only thing that don't have a statute of limitation on is murder. Everything else got a statute of limitation on it. If you haven't done something in a certain amount of time, it's dead.
I say that shit
Yeah,
about I say that shit about Bill Cosby. That
with
shit with
Bill
Bill
Cosby
Cosby
too.
on.
I said Bill Cosby should have never went to jail because of super shit. Y'all breaking shit up 20, 30, 40 years ago. That shit dead. You
Yeah,
didn't complain about it back then.
do y'all know about the new rules?
they added it. What is it? What are the new rules?
They got new rules with that now.
Oh, they changed it.
Y'all familiar with them?
No, I didn't.
Well, there is no statute of limitation when kind of
When it
sort
comes
of when it comes to
to
minors.
When it
It
comes to
pertains
what?
who?
to minors.
Minors,
Oh,
underage.
that's bad, but them a grown ass woman. In that
Yeah,
case, then
they
listen.
were
In that case,
minors
then
when it happened.
Hey,
So there's
Lady
no
who
T,
said
statute of
Lady
limitation
who
T.
on
said they was
In that
grown?
case, listen. In that case, then let me go file child abuse against my parents and whooping my ass and I would love. Like hell no, whelps all over me.
I believe in like if it's past 7 years, it's
And
no
Mhm.
he ain't take
good.
your booty hole though.
Back
Huh?
in the past. Fuck the
He
dumb
ain't take
shit.
your
Don't
booty
bring that
hole.
up.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, if they want to
I'm
bring up
just saying
shit
too
like
though.
that,
That's something totally you can't compare the two. You can't compare the
shit.
two, Mr. Golden. You can't
No,
do
no,
that.
no,
I
that's
understand where you're
saying,
coming from. I can
well,
understand where
you
you're
understand
coming
what
from,
I'm saying?
far as
Because if
A
they're gonna
lot
wait to
of
shit
us
to happen,
understand that 50
if we're gonna
years.
wait to shit, if we're gonna have
listen,
something like Bill Collins, listen,
unless
what?
unless no,
Listen,
unless he spent all his fucking life using all his money and resources to dodge all of the allegations over all of these years, then that's what the fuck he did, and that's fucked up. But if you waited all of this fucking time, and I understand about trauma. Listen, I got all girls, bro, and this is the only reason
yes,
why.
sir.
Not only reason why, but I'm more sympathetic. Now, if you took all this fucking time and didn't nobody stop you from coming to tell you and being traumatized is a motherfucker.
Yeah, I know
Very
it is.
understandable.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying? So, but if it took you all this fucking time and I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's where the doubt come in at. You can actually put some doubt
Yeah,
in between that. But everything else, once a motherfucking female said you've done something, I mean, it's got to be an investigation. Just like a motherfucker, you whoop your girl ass, and the police come and you say you don't want to press the charges. The state gonna take over just on the
yeah,
strength of you what
yes,
you done.
yes, yes. That's
So
true.
I'm not making no excuse. I'm not making no excuses for him or
Yeah, yeah.
the females. But
I'm not
damn,
mad at
No,
but
anybody.
anybody making no excuse
but
about
just
it.
Said
But
that
but
this
just
is
talking
imagine.
still
Look,
about
just
slavery.
imagine though. Why the fuck y'all wait? I mean, the shit hurt it when I
It's
done it, right?
well, it's
So
hard.
does it
It's
does it
hard
hurt?
to say that because there. You know what we finding out now, Rainy? It's a lot of
What?
men who've been sexually abused and
Yes,
never said nothing all their
yes,
life.
yeah,
It's a
yes.
go-to act
But
with people who
hey,
get
now,
sexually
now
abused.
that right there is something that's a totally different monster
that's
right
a
there. Because
totally
the
different
motherfucker
thing now.
he
It's
stopped
really not
everything.
abuse. It's
why
abuse,
is
though.
it?
Oh, no. But on the male tip,
Mm, okay.
a male is not known for giving up nothing. But you know what I'm saying? Not you know what
Yeah.
I mean? You know, not being
Yeah.
penetrated.
It's
And
just a
I'm not.
different way
And a little
to
girl is.
Yes,
have to
yeah,
deal
yes. And
with
then
it
it's
mentally and all that
hey,
stuff.
what you say, brother? A little girl. Now that if they was young when he done
And
that
this
shit, he
little
needs to be
kid, hell
crucified.
yeah,
If you're a teen,
But if
listen, let me tell you, as a woman, as the only woman on the panel, I would say this:
yeah,
when you
go
like
ahead, sweet.
12 or something, and some grown man is that shit is scary, just as traumatizing.
Ooh,
I think
baby.
yeah,
as a
That's what they call. That's what they call predators. That's why they call them predators.
Yes.
because you're not used to seeing nothing that size, and that shit is scary. Like you
But my
not used
thing
to
is,
this.
my
No, damn
thing
well
is
he
with
only
that.
supposed to be in there.
My thing is with that, like what what type of nigga that make you when you looking at little girls and stuff like that, What type of nigga that make you? You know what I'm saying? Like
Let me
Man,
little
sit
girl,
there
you
in the
got these
picture.
grown women out here. You know what I'm saying? You know they grown women. They they
yeah.
fully developed and all that stuff. But you want to look at these young girls. So what type of sicko is you? You
And
know
you
what I'm
got
saying?
money to get in. Look, and you got money to get any of the grown ones, bad
Right,
ones,
But
like beyond
but listen,
anybody who can get one on the street. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Them
That
hot
is
but
shit.
crazy,
listen. I'm
bro.
gonna ask y'all a question. They're saying this happened 50 years ago, right?
Mhm.
Okay, then. How old he is now?
I
They
don't know.
grown, but
No, 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 no. So this happened 50 years ago. So that means they got to be in their what, 60,
60.
80, damn that George former age, right?
Well, George is in his 70s. He was in his 20s, and they
Oh,
were like teenage. You best say
are
teenagers.
you sure they were not teenagers when that happened?
Yeah, they were. The one was 15. Yeah. The other
Oh,
one was
Wow.
about the
so
same
so
age.
so, so other word, she about 65 now, right?
Probably something like that.
65, near George age. Okay,
Like that.
well, if they were teenagers, then that's a whole totally different story. But
Yeah.
my dang guess, Ms. T,
Mhm.
you 65 years old, 67, 68, 9 years old now. Why you just not coming out with this in here? Why you didn't come out when you was in your 30s?
But I can tell you why. I can tell you why because your brain, and this is a medical fact for any human, men and women. When you deal with something that's complicated in your mind, what your brain would do is suppress it. Not all the way. Your brain knows something happened. You know that much, but you won't remember everything. And then one
Mhm.
day when because your body know you better than you do, and one day and when so many years later, it'll just stop popping and spilling out your mouth. It happens
Mhm.
all the time. It's golden. It's
Yeah,
like
I
a
understand what you're saying.
memory.
A lot of
And
people, a lot of people, a lot of people suppress shit
yeah,
because
their
Is
I'm,
it
I'm
brain,
saying
is
what
it
you're
is
saying
it
about
is it
that.
their
They
like a
brain.
is it
suppress
like a
shit.
trauma thing? It's like a trauma thing or
Yeah,
something.
it's
Trauma.
traumatic or something. Your brain will suppress it until you are ready to handle that type of trauma. But it's
That's
like
just
your
like
body know itself better than you do, and so
that.
you
I don't
can't
see
say
cases. I don't
why.
see cases where motherfuckers say they don't kill. They kill somebody 30, 40 years ago, and now they tell me their conscious bother, and now they want to tell on themselves now.
Mhm.
After you down there about to die, now you want to tell on yourself.
But it
Mhm.
happens all the time. This you
Yeah,
can't really
Hey,
account
the
for it.
conscious, the brain, that brain is a bad motherfucker, man. That
Yeah,
conscious
yeah,
is
I
a
see.
bad
Yeah.
dude. That
that's
conscious
Hmm.
is
why.
a
That's
bad
why it's
dude. But
like
hey,
and it could be extorting, fellas.
Yeah, it could be.
hey,
You have
that
to
is
I ain't
deal with
putting
always on
that
the
mental
front.
past.
Hey,
trauma
listen,
mentally.
I'm gonna tell you, as a male, we always want to defend our men, regardless of what we say. We always want to believe that somebody is trying to get some money out of them. You get what I'm
But
saying?
not not
I
nine out of
rarely
10.
heard. Listen, I rarely heard in the hood, and I know some fucking pedophiles in the hood. I rarely heard, and I'm talking about rarely heard 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 women back to back accusing one dude from the hood. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because of the social status but I know dudes that can get around it. Plenty women, there's plenty bars, plenty social sites, plenty, you know what I'm saying? So why, it seems like it's a pattern, like a motherfucker when it comes to
A celebrity.
but we still, yeah, like, but have we actually came across a celebrity who went through that shit and got exonerated? Like,
But I would say this,
you know
y'all.
what I'm saying? Like they was lying.
The way it works, yo, they leave a trail. I don't believe somebody wakes up at 30 and said, I'm gonna deal with a 15-year-old today. I think you probably
Yeah,
always been
yeah,
like that. But
yeah,
you
yeah,
leave a
yeah,
trail. But like I could tell you in my day, and this is me being
yeah.
honest.
Girl, you
Anybody who
getting
was
girl, you
born
getting
during
big.
the times that I was born, that was rampant. That was a pandemic in
Dirty
America.
uncles,
You know what I'm saying? In the 70s.
dirty uncles.
Yeah.
But you know
And
what's so
you
fun?
know
You
what
know
they
what's so
did?
funny, Miss T?
They swept it under the rug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
You know
so
what's so
you young, you looking at your elders doing that, So
Yeah.
you don't even really know how to deal with something like that. And I really don't know or understand these women, but I would tell you, I'm one of those firm believers in you got your life, right? You can
Yeah.
either lead your life and guide your life and have positive people around you, or you can put your life into the man's hand. And y'all know what the fuck I mean when I say the man. If y'all close to my age, you know what I mean when I said put your life in the man's
And
hand,
the
right?
man's
Y'all know what I mean.
I
Without me
got you.
saying, hey, you might not know, but we gonna get you there. Ask your mama what the man mean. You put your life in the man's hand, then shit, everything gonna come with that. That's the only thing. I'm like Big George. Like y'all say, he had money, right? Like you ain't banging them honeys that's, your age. Why we gotta go back to 15?
Well, guess what, Lady T? When
Mm,
all it's gonna boil down to it's gonna come down to money.
it
Okay,
is, probably.
when
But
all
you know,
boil down to they're gonna want a settlement to settle out of court. We're gonna pay. They're gonna file a lawsuit. Everything nowadays, that's why we have to be careful how we talk, the way we act, because everything is about money now. It's every single thing is
Hey,
about money
But
time.
you know
hey,
that was
I
the funny thing. That's why I say, yeah. I mean that is true, because think about me. See, where I grew up in a hood called it was called Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? Where we from? This it's a part of Atlanta. You know that ain't California, but it's Atlanta. Um, and
Man, you know Georgia boy, stop that bullshit.
when I
You
grew
know
up
goddamn Georgia boy.
when I grew up though, but check this out though. When I was growing up around that age, around middle school and junior high age and stuff like that, it was like the norm to see the older dope dealers and stuff messing with the younger girls. We didn't even
Mhm.
think nothing of it. It was almost like it
Brother.
was regular. It was
Listen.
something regular because they was
Hey,
knocking out the
I
girls
was
that was our age and stuff. You know what I'm
I
saying?
was I was a prime example, but I was not. Heifers was a grade under me, and I was just skipping school. I was not at nobody else's school. You know what I'm saying? Praying on. I know exactly what you're talking about. Sitting right next to the bus stop in a sweet
uh,
ass car, sounds
yeah,
bumping. A
yeah,
Yeah,
homeboy drinking. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
What up, girl? You know what I'm saying? Like my kid
yeah,
coming. Like, oh, I seen that so much. Like, nigga, like, wait a minute.
yeah,
They my
yeah.
age. What are you doing? Oh, yeah,
They
that's
come,
exactly what.
yeah.
Yep.
They come picking up the
Pray,
girls
hey,
from they come picking up the girl from the school, and they nice ride. They get
yep,
bumping. They got
yep,
music. They music
yeah.
bumping.
yep.
They knocking out the girls that went to school with
Oh,
us. I'm
oh, I
like,
remember
damn.
those days too.
And guess what those? Guess what they actually called in the dictionary?
What it?
Predators.
Yeah, predator. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But we ain't know no better back
Hey,
then.
it's
Back then we
I
thought that was
know
the
it's
norm.
innocent. And yes, yes. And then guess what? You wasn't forcing nobody. You ain't. I mean, you may have coerced with your smooth talking ass. That's
Yeah,
Mhm.
any like if you're in the club. But if you trying to manipulate some shit, I mean, dude, if you doing some perverted shit, why the fuck you ain't trying to pay nobody off or do some shit to hide some shit or something? You know,
right.
like you just a boxer, a big ass motherfucker, and can't nobody do nothing to you. We'll deal
Because
with it
look, but
later.
you gotta think of the
You ain't.
mindset too, y'all.
Yeah,
Back in
He thought it was cool.
1970, 70 or 71, if you were to
Yeah,
do some perverted shit like molest some children or whatever, rape some
yeah,
children or whatever the case, you may get a year and some months in jail. You may just
yeah.
get probation. That was the
Want me all
penalty.
on TV? Yeah.
Nowadays, which is I'm not saying this to say it's worse, but nowadays you do some shit
You
like
going on?
that, you might get 15 to
Hey,
20 years.
and you
right.
going on John TV? You going on John TV? You going on
Mhm.
perverted.com? You going on what's all the pedophile dude? Listen,
So a lot of
I
people felt like it wasn't even worth telling because
worth
look what
yeah,
the
yeah,
penalties were back then.
Well, listen,
exactly.
back in the 30, 40, 50s, and 60s, what you think the old man was doing? They're marrying them young
Yeah,
girls.
yeah.
You 50 years old, you got a girl 10, 11, 12 years old.
Like
That's what the
what
fuck they been
the
doing back in
hell?
the day.
10, 11, and 12. That is crazy.
No, it was a norm, bro. Because guess
Yeah, it
what?
was it was
I can't imagine.
The oldest
How the
one,
fuck you see a 12?
took care of everybody who had big breasts, like her auntie or her mama. She was little as hell with big grown woman breasts, taking care of all the kids under her. and always in grown folks' face, serving everybody. So an old nigga at the card table, they're like, yeah. I'm like, nigga, look, I'm little seeing this shit. Like, are you kidding
Yeah.
me? Pops, you ain't gonna say nothing? Like,
Hell no. Listen,
I
no,
mean, it was
listen.
a norm. It was
Back in the day,
horrible.
what the fuck they been doing? They were selling their daughters off to the older men in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
They were selling this
yeah,
shit all to her. And to this
yeah,
day here, they're doing this shit now. You'd be
yeah.
surprised.
Not over here,
That's crazy.
fellas.
No, I'm just
Hell no,
saying.
not you
Your
selling
old
no.
ass bring his floppy shit
Selling my
around
motherfucking
here.
baby.
Get him
No,
dead
I'm
the
saying. I
fuck
said,
off.
you got
This ain't
motherfuckers.
no floppy.
Believe it or not,
No
you got
floppy.
motherfuckers. I was looking at the news.
They,
I was looking at something on TV the other day. And it's on YouTube. I forgot what it was on, and how they were talking about over there. What is that? God damn, I forgot where it's at. But anyhow, in Portland, Oregon, up there in Oregon, how they say that it's legal for the young girl to go on base and sell pussy at the age of 16.
Bad.
You feel what I'm saying? It's legal.
But you
Over
got
there in Oregon,
y'all
it's legal.
think about back in the olden days though, when people used to wed they young daughters off to them
Yes,
older dudes and shit
that's,
like that. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Back in
what
the
I
old
just
Well,
back.
said.
that's what an old maid. Remember that card game, Old Maid? And remember that was a
Yeah,
real hit against women to be called an old maid or old spinster. Well, when you was called an old maid, as if you made it to about 24 years old and you wasn't married off. You was really
yeah,
considered an old maid. But
right.
times have changed and minds have evolved, but that's what it was. People
Yeah,
didn't live as long as they do now. And it is kind of true. It's like the maturity of a man in his 40s can almost match the maturity of a woman in her 20s. Like women
right,
do mature faster, but at the same time, when you're young, you're young. You're gonna have to go through young shit and young thinking and just young stuff. So I don't agree with like older guys marrying younger women or older women marrying young guys. But as long as everybody's grown, I don't really have an opinion. But I typically will want people, especially when you're young and you're start out with somebody else young and just as dumb as you, and you grow together. You know what I'm saying?
right.
That's all I prefer. But
But that's the thing, cause
shit funny.
ain't nothing a young. Her mind is not developed. Her
hey,
mind or her body is not.
I know some old school cats that got to some young chicks. They 25, got more game than me. I'm like, damn, helper, you could at least had a young boyfriend. She went straight to 30. She can't take no regular wang wang. A nigga can't tell her what to do, what type of position to put in. No, you put me in this. I'm like, damn, are you kidding me? Are you?
Look,
She a veteran.
you know how y'all guys be looking at women, right? So
Mm,
like, I got a lot of guy friends. I hang with a lot of guys. So me and my homeboy, we was in the car together. And we was riding down the street. And I don't know, I'm a person that always looking way, way ahead. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I see this young lady, she's walking on the side of the street. And I said, I bet you this nigga gonna gawking like a motherfucker. But not in my car, because that's a child. I saw so far out that was a child. Call it me being a woman. I know how little girls develop, because I was once a little girl. I don't know how you can't tell, you know what I'm saying? That was my thing. So we ride in the street and I looked at him. I said, nigga, if you say one goddamn thing, or look at that girl sideways like you like it, I'm putting you the fuck out. You gonna be kicking rocks in a minute. And he
Right.
said, why? I said, that's a child. So we rolled up beside her. I never slowed down or nothing, but he looked out the window. He said, oh, because her back was to us. He said, oh shit, yeah, she is a child. And I'm in my head thinking, nigga, how you don't know that?
Right. Right.
But I ain't say, but I don't look, I don't know. I feel like you can tell a child. I can tell a child when it's a boy and when it's a girl. I can tell they children. And hell, just wait till they open their mouth. You gonna know even more.
Right.
So
Hey, Mitzi, I just made it in. I just made it in. I'm gonna hop. What the hell? I just made it in. I'm gonna hop off and I'm gonna hop back on. Let me get myself situated.
we may be here, but yeah, that's all I wanted just and it's okay if people say why wait till 50 years later. That's okay too. I mean, I can understand it, but people just need to understand your brain works. You don't even know how your brain gonna handle something traumatic. You just don't know.
Exactly.
So
You're right about that, Misty. I can't. I might. I don't know if I misspoke or overspoke, but waiting too long is not necessarily a conviction of uh, uh, falsifying information or trying to get over on some up. I'm trying to get some bread and nothing. I would. I didn't. I hope I didn't come off
no, you good, you
sounding
good,
like that. But I
you
know exactly
good.
what you said because trauma is a bad dude. You know, like it take people who get in a car accident when they're young and never get in the car again. You know what I'm saying? Ever, never get over that again. So, and that's that's a car crash. So just imagine, man, a big
Just
motherfucker
like
over you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
just
what
like
the?
I said, you put yourself when you do stuff, whatever you do, you put your life in the man hand. Well, to the women who
Yeah,
wait or the men who never tell or they wait, they put their self in the man hand too. I'm
yeah,
equal opportunity with this. I told myself, don't talk about something you really can't quantify or qualify because trauma is handled. That person themselves don't even know how they compartmentalize their trauma because you don't even know neither. And
no,
there's not
yeah,
a human being
exactly.
on this earth that know. So you really can't
Yeah,
talk intelligently about why a person waited this long or that long. So I
yeah,
said,
that's
don't
true.
even get into that business. But understand that is going to be the go-to that people think of. Like 50 years, Shotty, you couldn't you couldn't
All of
burn some
y'all.
shit up before that?
Hey, hold on. It's like the suspicion part is like y'all all waited until this certain time, but I know how lawyers are and how long it takes to get everything together. Just like with the Bill Cosby shit. You know what I'm saying? I believe some of them. I don't believe all of them. And he done what he done. He done his time, whatever the situation may be. I don't condone nothing he done or what he got away with or whatever the hell it is. But it is what it is. But on big fella situation, I wouldn't have never ever thought George Foreman would
Me
be
either.
that type of guy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But,
I
but
mean,
you know
they
what? The men in my family taught me. Some of them, like my dad and them, in so many words. I mean, my interpretation could be way different than my sister's interpretation,
mhm.
but my interpretation was don't put it past nobody. You know,
Nobody.
nobody. Not even if, and I hate this, and I feel so bad for men because this is one of the things that is unfair. This is one of them things that men can say it's so unfair. It is
hmm
because a handful of men ruin it for the whole lot, and it's like
Exactly.
my daddy said they got a wee wee. Don't trust them.
Yep.
Period. Can't put it past
Yep.
them. And as I add to that I've had friends that like to speak up for their guy friends, and I be like, y'all don't do that.
Don't do
Don't do
that.
that.
Don't do that.
Don't
You gonna have
do
to
it.
stay. You gonna have
You
to
don't,
stand on
you don't know that motherfucker like some of us
it.
girls might know. We pick up on some shit y'all don't pick up on. I said, don't ever
hmm
do that because we can talk shit and you be like, man, my boy loves he loves. Really though? Really? You really wanna bet the house on that one? And I
Hey,
was like, don't speak intelligently about somebody else's situation. Because one
hey,
thing
shit.
that
So,
a
hey,
lot of men do is they hide or they don't tell the whole truth about everything. Now women, when we get around women and we just having a
y'all tell
seance,
it all.
tell it all. We tell it all. But men don't do that. That's not a bad thing. That's not a good thing. That's just the difference between men and women. That's all.
hmm Hey, I think he gonna have to just Bobby come up that Foreman grill that Foreman grill
You have to give them partnership in the company.
man.
Uh,
Shit, hey, he go,
Hey,
hey man, dog. I mean, come
George looked like he
on.
was on steroids and shit like that back in the day,
Like
didn't
that
he?
nigga head, he was on Sanford and Son. That nigga head, his hands were so big. I thought he was shooting heroin. I'm like, this nigga
I know
head's
this
like
this
boxing glove.
I be so shocked when I go back and look at his old vintage videos, and
No,
then
he
I
was just a
think about
big.
how he is now. He's such a
No,
teddy bear now, but
yo,
back
he was
then,
a big dude. He was a big. That's why
he
his
was
look.
a
That's why his.
monster.
Hey, that's why his punches was hammers. They was always down or all the way straight up. His uppercuts was if he missed, he'd fuck around and throw himself out the ring if he missed you with one of them. With a,
Trying to
you know what I'm
throw
saying?
his
They
damn
was
throat out,
yep. But that's how
swinging.
big and burly he was. He was so fucking
Mm.
solid, elephant tusk built ass motherfucker. You
I
know what I'm
mean,
saying?
you really got to give it to Muhammad Ali to come up with a strategy to beat him, because
Ooh,
I
and
don't think
tire
he
him out.
played
Yeah,
one
yeah.
motherfucking hit.
Because
Reginald Peters said,
every
"Hey,
look.
Miss T, what's up, King?" Martin King said, "I'm like this. You puck with my youngins, you going to sleep, leave the kids alone. That's it. I feel you. I'm on the
That's
same
it.
page.
That's it.
You play your
That's
TV
it.
song, yeah." Now, look, Reginald be keeping me in track. I'm gonna play it in a second. Yeah, I think Foreman should be in the clear though. I don't know. You know, they changed the rules, y'all. I'm just saying that I don't know how that's gonna play out, but they did change the rules when they say, you know, when it comes to minors, if it happened to you as a minor, you don't have no statute of limitations. So I don't know. It's kind of tricky, or you got to do it when you first realize that it happened, which is weird because you don't know when it's gonna come spilling out. Your brain buries it, and then one day it unburies it, and you had no control over either one. Let me play a word from our sponsor. That's our sponsor. Thank you,
That was
Reginald.
it. That was it.
Huh?
That was it, Mr. T. All I heard was a split second. Like, bam.
Look, I'm gonna play it one more again because a lot of people say I never heard it. Y'all gotta read it. It's definitely an
Oh,
interest to you guys. Did y'all see it?
okay. Yeah, I see it. I was just listening. I'm on my high low. I'm really focused. Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah. But old George, he got enough money. Maybe these women live the humdrum poor life because sometimes that shit can be stifling. You never live up to your full potential. It's something
Yeah.
violating like that. And I'm gonna tell you, grown man, any grown man that's listening, like 21 and up. I'm gonna start with that age. Don't know 15 to 14-year-old girl really want it. I know it seems like they do because they might be on the wrong pathway because of what they learned. Like, oh, hit a guy with a fancy car, hit a guy, and so it depends who the OGs that's in her age, like as far as the women that she's emulate, because little girls will emulate the women that they see. So you got but a little girl who grew up right in their right mind do not want no old ass nigga. So I'm just saying. So any guy out there that's in their 20s thinking some teenager wants you, think again. Now, when you get to be 21 and up, and maybe your man is 10 years older, that's different. Or 20 years older, that's different. But young girls do not want no old ass niggas. Young girls in their right mind. So sometimes you, as the grown man, you got to be the bigger person. That makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Because I know a lot of men don't like to talk about this subject because they think, oh, girls don't want to say the wrong thing. But you never say the wrong thing if you're saying what you believe. And I do not fault nobody for saying, why you took so long? But now we know why people don't tell right away. It's because of how their brain handles trauma. What's trauma to you may not be trauma to you.
May not even want to be with another man for so long. You know what I'm saying? May not trust men, period. Just stifle our whole fucking life growth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As far as trying to do something with herself, you know, like, yeah, I mean, it's so many variables you have to think about. It's, you know, it's easy to say why you take so long. You know what I'm saying? But damn, the whole inter, you know, that right there is just, yeah, that's something totally different. That's out of my hands. I cannot even
Yeah,
speak on that.
that's a lot. Even now, I can't deal with it because I think about this. Them girls could be out for money. I ain't ruling that out. But I go back to my original thing. Why would you put your life in the man's hand?
In the man's hand.
In the man's hand. You ain't got to worry about me doing that. Now, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And when I do, you know what I do? I shut the fuck up and take all that. I take it all. I might complain, like, it's not fair. I don't want to do this. But I take it.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck did he get close to a 15-year-old? Was she a family member or was what the fuck,
As
George? You always in the gym.
He used to look.
And he always in the gym.
Big as he is. So, can you imagine the size difference? Motherfucker, Jackie the Beanstalk looking at it. I can't either. George looked menacing back then.
Man.
He won't even fan friendly like in the face. But then fast forward so many years, he is such a teddy bear now. I mean, it is what it is.
He say, you can get money back on your insurance card every month. I watch that damn commercial every day.
But I don't feel sorry for George.
It's either George, JJ from Good Times, or Joe Namath. I see George with that little tight ass brown suit on, like, dude, you know you could have pulled something else out of that, George. He said, no, I'm too big. I done grew out of everything.
He said, Martin King Boxer said, peace, Queen, peace to you. And you know, George got like 5, 6 sons, all named George.
All George, and then his daughter, Georgina.
Oh, Georgina. He went too far, George. Georgina, come on, man. You set her up for the okie doke. But you know, all his sons are big guys, but they don't look menacing. You know, like I said, George looked menacing back then. And you know, sometimes just the look or the sound of a guy could be very intimidating to any young girl. You know, like to this day, I respond to men with deep voices. Like, serious up. And you know, I'm an independent bitch, like a motherfucker. But like, if a guy with a very deep voice said, hey, you come here a second. It's almost like I'm in a trance or something. I'm walking towards this nigga like, how my legs moving? It's the deep voice. My dad had a deep, deep voice. And so to this day, I respond to men with deep voices. Don't know what it is, but it does. It happens. So, you know, but then I have to catch myself and be like, wait a minute, nigga, you ain't my daddy. What you want?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be like that. But I mean, but that's all I had today. I did have some on Alexander Usyk. You know, now you got Andy Ruiz saying he won't in, he want to throw his hat in. Alexander Usyk is the hot ticket item, you know, and everybody it's not gonna be uncommon for a lot of people saying they want it in with him, especially because a lot of people, I think he's one of those fighters that people look at and be like, oh, he can get beat, but when you get in there, it's just another thing. Like, it's like that.
He definitely could be beat. But he's a hell of a fighter. I can't lie about that. That man can. I mean, I guess you can't. You can't take nothing away from AJ. But what he put together, he put it together like he knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
You know, so
But the one thing about Usyk, he's a man's man, and that's the feel that I get from him.
Yeah, he definitely.
If he say he's gonna do something, he's gonna do it. He's not a pussyfooting around type man playing games. He's a man. Like, you know, I guess that's you know.
Yeah, they showed the reason why, or the reason for his haircut, his hairstyle, and his garments. Is all of his ancestors wore the same thing in a battle. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know some African fighters have done that a couple of times. I can't remember my man's name, But he came out with the African garment. It was it him? Yeah. He came out with the whole African garment on. Yeah, so I mean, shit, we should do that more. Even if we ain't from Africa, we should get out. You know, damn, shit, that man, that man represent his country.
Something that you know is good.
Yeah, he represent his country. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but he's a man's man. Like I said, he's reliable. You know, I get that feeling like if he tell you something, it is what it is, and that's a high compliment to give to a man. I think because it's so much easier to do lip service and not back it up.
Oh, that word is bad too.
And Usyk, he's going to tell you this, that, and the other, and he made himself perfectly clear. He wants undisputed, therefore he wants Tyson. If you ain't talking about Tyson, he done. Toodles, smooches, bye. You know, and that's what he said. Now, will he entertain a Wilder fight? I don't know. That's the only fight that I think he may think about it, the challenge of it all. But I would say Wilder going forward, he needs to be not just about the belts, because you know it was all about the legacy,
all about the
bravado, the toughness, the ego, all that. Wilder need to make it about the money too.
Yeah, we already accomplished that. We already accomplished the belts, all the legacy. Yeah, now it's time to ride out in good fashion, man. Go ahead and get that bread. He said it on the interview though. He said it all about business. Business. Bron's mama when he was getting wrapped up with Ellie Setback. I don't mean to say his name, but yeah,
you good.
Yeah, he did an interview and while he was getting his hands wrapped, and they asked him all type of questions about different fights and all that. He basically say it's all about the money now. It's all about business. So that's what I'm talking about.
And that's sad because you took the heart out of it. You took the genius out of it for him by cheating him. That's probably how you feel. So why be about the legacy? You already been in a situation where they cheated you twice, and so who cares anymore? You might as well get all the paper you can. Usyk has never made as much money as he made this past weekend, $75 million.
That is crazy. Exactly. So when they said 50-50, I didn't believe it. And then 60-40 and how easy it was made. I mean, I wanted to jump in on so many, you know, I know how frustrated it made all the people who feel the same way I feel. You know, like, come on, are you kidding me?
Hey, I wasn't even going to report this news, but Leo Santa Cruz and some guy named Vargas, they going across the street to meet up to do a fight real easy. You know, Leo is PBC, about to go over there with Matchroom. Hey, no problems.
No problem.
Yeah, so
that is crazy.
I was going to report on it just because, not that I'm pressed for that fight, but just to show you, they do what they want to do.
They do it. All this
people come out, it's business. They not gonna throw away millions. Yes, the fuck they are.
Yes, the hell they are.
They do. They would do it because it makes sense to them.
That's crazy. They got that bread. They got a payday for real. Payday. They really got a payday.
I hope Wilder do go to the Middle East right now. Because I was kind of frowning on the Middle East, but I think I spoke too soon, and you know I'm evolving from that decision.
Well, we are Americans, and we are Americans, and we feel, you know, that's kind of taken away from us. You know what I'm saying? But
I felt that way because I thought it was a sausage party. You know, the girls. I felt it a certain kind of way, and I still feel it's like that. But at the same time, the money is the money. Why not?
Yeah, you're right. That bread.
$1 billion.
Man.
The only pay-per-view I'm aware of Usyk having was the one that he might have had with Joshua the first time. And I don't even know if that was pay-per-view last year, because I don't think I think that came on the zone for free for me.
Oh, okay.
When they fought September 28th last year. The Zone hadn't started up their pay-per-view just yet.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't know what the hell I was in when I saw that fight. That might have been at the bar.
yeah, so I'm just saying, like, either way, take it on Wilder. Hey, if they show the fight like they did this last time, because it was early enough in the day where it wasn't a burden on us here in the States. So I guess everybody won. They had people in the UK and the States in mind because it was like the afternoon, so it made it nighttime for the UK.
There. Yeah, nighttime. Yeah.
So we like 5, depending on the year, 5.5, 6 hours behind them.
Oh yeah, that was the best thing to be able to watch the fight, catch a buzz, and still enjoy the rest of your day. I mean, shit, a fight shit. That was fire. I enjoyed it.
I did. Yeah, I've turned it. I said, I wonder is it on the Zone? Because I wasn't even gonna turn to it because I thought it was gonna be a pay-per-view. I turned to the Zone. They were showing that shit for the free. I was like, oh, okay. I came in on the 6th round. So I would say this. If that's how it's gonna be, it's got to keep up the good work. Deontay, go get your paper. Matter of fact, won't Earl and Bud over there fight?
Exactly. Don't get that bread. It's over there.
Yeah, it's over there. They'll pay. They be like, yeah, we want to see y'all niggas fight. Grow a beard, both of them, so you can fit right in. And go over there and duke it out. You know, I still haven't watched that Bud Crawford and Sean Porter latest interview. I'm gonna watch it probably tonight.
Oh but yeah, I was like, man. I thought it was old, but then I started hearing. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All we not just need to do is hear from Spence right now. At least, even if it's just some bullshit, you know, because I hate people dogging the man out. And, you know what I'm saying, to the point where I want to dog him out, like for no reason at all. He ain't done nothing to be dogged out. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely a Bud buddy, so you know, I'm number 8. So
well, I would tell you, what am I, number 7 or 8? What was I?
I don't know. Hey, Mr. Hey, yeah, he gave you what was it, number 7? I think. I think me and OG Blood Boxing got number 8 on. He got 8 on Big Fish, and I got 8 on Mr. Quick.
Hey, listen, I take it as an honor to be a Bud buddy. I'm gonna take it as an honor. Wear it like a badge. Thank you, Big Fish. Thank you, Clinton. I'm gonna wear it as a badge of honor.
Mr. Ocho.
When they fight, listen, people be acting like that they know the inside track, like they waiting on Bud. Technically, I don't think nobody, and this is me saying, I don't think if we being fair, nobody should know what the deal is, but those 2 guys and people close to them, right? That's on their team. So anybody who say I know it's Bud or I know, I don't really believe it, and I can't believe it because it's, you know, how do you know? And if you got it like that, you're gonna have to show us something that, you know, that you got it like that. Or just make us believe that you're a reputable source. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to go into the weeds, and that person be like, I don't gotta show you nothing. You probably don't, but I'm just saying, just so I'm looking at it like I want to consider you a reputable source, but I can't, because it's always gonna be is Bud fault or this person fault, and so we just don't know. I can't even blame Spence because I don't know. I'm not close to Bud. If I could be friendly with him and just call him up and chop it up, oh, I would love it. But I'm not close with him, and I've always rep Bud in a fair and impartial way. But I'm fair to Spence. I be thinking, you know, I've criticized him because he has done things that deserve criticism. But I don't know Spence people neither. So I'm not gonna sit up there and say it's Spence. I'm not putting that jacket on either one. I really don't know. But the people that I probably would prefer to blame, it's always, to me, if this my gut tells me, it's the suits. It's the
Yep.
suits.
You
That's what
already
it
know
is.
it.
How
Yeah.
money says salute to General Big Fish and Mr. Q. Yeah, it's the suits. That's
Hey,
the only
as
people that
soon
keep.
as soon as soon as the fight get done, as soon as the fight get made, the suits is gonna blame it on somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
The suits gonna be like, it wasn't us. Yeah, it was, motherfuckers. It was all about money every time.
And I would say Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, stand y'all ground. Y'all are valuable men, and don't let nobody tell you different. And
Mm-hmm.
if y'all got to take that shit over, and I say y'all, I don't say just one. Y'all got to take that shit over there to the Middle East, and that's hey. If the Middle East got to be the mecca of boxing now, hey, that's where the money at. Go
Hey,
on and do that. Go on
it
and
is
do
what
that
it
and make a
is.
life check like Usyk. Usyk ain't got to do shit. And Usyk,
Oh,
don't be out there giving your country no money to help with that war.
he said, I bought the Scud missile.
Yeah, let me buy one Scud missile
He said,
for $60 million. Nigga,
what?
don't do it.
Don't
Don't
do
do it.
it.
Don't
He
do
said,
it.
well,
Take your
I got
75
50,
and run.
he said, I got 15 million left.
Yeah. DJ is in the building. Salute, Miss T. Salute to you too, King. Yeah, Usyk, don't do it. Don't be sharing. Sharing is caring, but not in this case. You know, you gonna be all right. Your country is whatever happens, gonna be what it's gonna be. You have changed the trajectory of your family for forever. So have
Ever.
solace in that. You know, if you feel like you gotta go back over there and pick up where you left off, so be it. But you know your family, your children, they're gonna be good. So, 75 million. I just can't get over that shit. I keep saying it like
That's crazy.
like it's gonna be
Shit,
changed.
I'd have laid down too. Like,
You know, like,
I'd have act like I was mad too. I'd have threw the belts.
mm-hmm,
I'd have threw the bitches at somebody in the audience. Like, catch
mm-hmm.
these. Shit, 75.
I would say to Earl and Bud, won't y'all activate some mandatory like with yourselves? Won't y'all get some help? Because people
Mhm.
are stubborn. And I could see Floyd being stubborn and Al being stubborn, but you guys want to lowball these men, and that's not right. That's not right.
Exactly.
That's why Tyson. This is why I get upset when I be talking about the Tyson Fury asking for 500 million. He not playing.
Hell no, he's serious as hell.
He doing that shit because life has taught him in his shell that he's in. He can do what the fuck he want to do.
Mhm.
And
Hey,
all
Miss
them
T, I'm about to
powers
get
that
up
be
out of here,
do.
baby. I
Okay.
gotta go eat my lunch.
All right, I feel you. I feel you. Thanks for joining me on while you working.
Oh yeah,
Appreciate you.
no doubt, baby, no doubt. Look, way to keep me going, baby.
I know, right? Look, now you got 30 minutes left at the job. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? 29 now. All right, baby.
All right.
Peace out,
All
baby.
right.
All right.
Thank you for joining
Bye.
me. Yeah,
Are you
so he
welcome,
got so he y'all gotta think about that. Tyson Fury do what the world has let him do, whether it's fair or unfair. He gonna do what the world say he can do, and how he get to do these things. You know what I'm saying? This man ain't generated $500 million. He ain't worth $500 million, but he can ask for it and stand 10 toes down on that shit, and they gonna find a way to come give it to him or come close. But y'all quivering about shit that's under $10 million when it comes to Bud and Spence, and we know that they are. We don't have proof, but you just know. If you think about everything that was said that led up to them getting to the point where they negotiating, I don't know what they could do, but I would not be mad if Bud and Spence went over to the Middle East and fought over there and got a $75 million paycheck too. I wouldn't be mad. I don't understand why they feel like these guys don't deserve a good payday. I just shit is heartbreaking in a sense. And I've always said too that all these time, well, however we feel about Earl Spence, he should have been getting 10 million or more in the guaranteed pay by now, long before now. And I just don't understand. Yeah, he doesn't draw in or whatever. And y'all need to stop sending mixed messages. He doesn't. Earl Spence is not a pay-per-view star. I've been said that. Neither is Bud. So why even talk about stuff? When neither one of y'all have whatever attribute, why talk about it? But that's the narrative y'all want to do, as so that you can outwardly, fuck over one person over the next or whatever. But you're really fucking over both. Stop with the madness, right? That's all I say. There's no update with them because neither one of them had come out and said anything. And I don't believe it's Bud fault, and I don't believe it's Earl fault. If I gotta take a guess whose fault it is, it's the empty suits. Al Heyman, Floyd Mayweather, those guys. I ain't gonna put the jacket on the fellas just yet. And I'm gonna be watching real hard, and I want you guys to watch real hard as of tomorrow, because I don't know what time did WBC make that move to Texas yet. I know they was moving their headquarters from Mexico City to Houston, Texas. But if they made that move already, then it's close of business 5:00 Central Time. I don't know. Or we going by 23:59, close to midnight. But Tyson Fury, according to the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman, aka Dr. Cantone. I said Dr. Cantone, Mr. Cantone. Said, y'all remember Harlem Nights, Mr. Cantone. Said that Tyson Fury has to put in writing whether he's going to retire or not. That means I'm retired. That means I'm not retired. Either way, he has to put it in writing. And he has to get it to them before close of business. But this is why strategically Tyson Fury turns around and say, y'all got to September 1st. Let me show you. I mean, he gonna show you what that complexion for the protection can get. He about to show y'all. Because I'm gonna tell you, it's a motherfucker. I know some of my panelists don't like me to say this, but it is what it is, Shawty. I can't think of any other reason why they let this shit go on. It don't always mean when you get complexion for the protection, when you got that going on, it don't always mean that it's negative that somebody else is getting hurt or whatever. It could be more so just about the favor of it all. And he's gonna catch favor. Watch what I tell you. I watch. By the time Saturday come, and you looking at your fights, your fights for the weekend, or your football. I heard football was back. Whatever you watching, Tyson Fury will still be a WBC champion. I'm sorry, I watch it. And you explain that one. And you meaning whoever doubt what I'm saying, explain that one to us so we can understand. DJ say, yeah, I don't care if the fight is in Saudi Arabia or Abu Dhabi. This fight has to take place. Indeed, DJ. What's up, bro? Yeah. At this point, DJ, yeah, I don't care what it is. In fact, at this point in their career, I would not be mad at a handful of fighters that makes money a priority too. I still say I'm all about going for the belts and all that. That's the type of fan I am. I have to have my Super Bowl too. But just sometimes in your career, you kind of it needs to be understood that money can be a priority. I don't expect somebody new to the career in the beginning to always care about that shit. Because if you're young, and we can use Devin Haney as an example, he got lowballed in this last fight. That's cool. He's young. Devin is a young man. And he still got some growing to go. He still got many battles that he's gonna face. I mean, he got his whole career in front of him. He in the beginning stages of his career. So for him to take less money, which I mean, 2 million, shit. There's people his age ain't even getting 50, barely getting 50,000. Now, not along 2 million. So he took a L in a sense. But when he's 30, you think he gonna be taking the L like that? No, he's not. So I get it. But you don't worry so much about money in the beginning. You gotta get the legacy. You gotta get those notches on your belt or whatever. But now when you talk about Earl and Terrence, who've been in their careers for over a decade, and they have proven themselves beyond shadow of a doubt. They have gained championships. This is the biggest fight they ever gonna make. This year, this is the biggest fight, bigger than anybody's fight. And everybody's hemming and hawing and trying to lowball these guys. Like, you really think that we as the public is not gonna look at it with our mouth dropped like, you gonna pay these dudes 2 million or 3 million or whatever, some lowball ass number up front, and then do 60-40, and y'all and you as a company gonna make out with all the fucking money. Not to mention the endorsements and all that other stuff. But when you look at somebody like a Tyson Fury or other folks or George Kambosos either, oh, we don't hear none of this. Where Bob at with the you losing me money? I ain't break even. Where your mouth at, Bob? How you make money off of George Kambosos? You didn't. You ain't making no money off of Tyson Fury. You probably losing. But you ain't shoot him down. You ain't said shit really about no 500 million. You won't, if you said something, you won't consistent. Everybody ain't get the memo. Tyson Fury standing 10 toes down. Your bitch ass gonna pay him. That's how he feels. And we gonna see. Watch how y'all all fall in line. So my question on the other side is why? What's the difference? What's the difference between Tyson Fury and Bud Crawford, and Earl Spence, and Devin Haney, Shakur Stevens? Because last time I checked, they were all professional male boxers. What's the difference? Oh, we're not hearing about the piracy? Still haven't heard nobody complain about that with Triple G and Canelo. Oh, just think about the piracy that's going to be, the piracy of it all. Oh, we don't care. It's not that big a deal. But we got to hear about it for Bud and Earl, and that's got to be the explanation of why they can lowball them. They haven't generated enough money to pay them that kind of money. We don't know. They're not big time pay per view star. Neither is Tyson Fury. Without Deontay Wilder or some big dance partner, he don't fucking draw nobody in. Never have, to my knowledge. But don't come up with those reasonings when he talking. What's the difference? But that's all I got, y'all. I keep pointing out these different things. Now I fucking work myself up and be mad as hell. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I know the difference, and y'all know what I'm saying. But some people, probably don't want to hear that. But it is what it is. Like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe if you haven't. If you're watching me on replay, hit the like and share button. Do leave a comment. I read them all. I do not understand the foreign language. I'm not going to, do a lot of time with trying to translate neither, because if you want me to hear what you're saying and got to say, hit me up in English, just put it in English. Also, boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. You guys can email me the answers and questions, the questions that you may have, other shows that I might have did, especially like my Finding the Healthy You show. If you guys need help with getting your health together or want to get off certain pills or this, that, and the other, again, I'm not a doctor or a nurse or whatever, but I help myself. And I feel like I inadvertently stumbled on to things that's not a secret. It's always been there, you know. I inadvertently just stumbled on, you know, to finding letting food be my medicine. Let me just say it like that. And it works. And I mean, like I said, I took myself from 15 pills to 6 months. It's changing the way I ate. I got a long way to go. There's a lot of things to fix, you know, but I'm here for the battle. So, you know, if you need any help or guidance, because some of you guys I can start you off and then you go and you just soar. You know, you just take off. You get more into it than I am. But, you know, just holler at me. Like I said, boxing fans talk at gmail.com. Remember, folks, when you know better, you do better, right? Know better, you do better. Peace.